And we're live. Didn't do a mic check, so I hope the mic is working. We'll find out in a moment. Still setting up a little bit. We should be right. I just need a feedback stream so I can see what's going on. So just take a second. There we go. There he is. And I can check the mic there. That's good. That's good. And so, just going to do a little bit of a reaction to a few clips. You've probably seen it, many of you. There's been a thing going around since Charlie Kirk's assassination that all these wokies and lefties. Hey, Jess, g'day. Hello, Jess. So there's all these wokies and lefties getting fired from their jobs for saying stupid shit when after he died, and they're kind of hilarious. There's a couple of channels I follow who are kind of like, you know, reaction channels. So I'm going to ride their shirt tails a little bit and bounce off their streams and add a few comments myself. John Burt, yes, he is. Fucking hate that guy. And yeah, Jess, I noticed, but that's okay. There's no dramas. There's always stuff going on. You've got to look after yourself. And John, cheers, buddy. It's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon here, so I'm just getting started. Thought I'd do an early one. Won't go too long. Don't want to go too hard on it. Just a little chill session, you know. Build up those watch hours, kids. All that sort of stuff. I broke through the 1,000 watch hours a couple of days ago. Still not sure how that happened, but you know. It's pretty good. Pretty good. So just going to chill for a little bit to see if anybody else comes along and drops in before we get started. Should probably play the intro song. I only started about 2 minutes 40 ago. So we'll play the intro song and that can get things... get it rolling, give people a little bit of time if anybody else is inclined to pop on in. Here we go.
Don't get fucked. Kieran's here with a grin, a stubby, and zero fear. Life's too short for worry and stress. He's here for the laughs, not to impress. Oh, get fucked, all of ya. That's his hello. Doesn't mean it deep, just part of the show. Fucking hate that guy. Doesn't matter who, he just says it loud like he always do. Here for the music, the drinks, the ride. Not for your trauma, bread or star sign try. No drama, no guilt, just pure release. He runs just here for beers and beats. Someone types, okay, boomer. Oh, it's begun. He replies, I was cooler than your dad, son. Get fucked, all of ya. And he means it kind, in a weird sort of Kieran peace of mind. He don't rage, he just winds them tight, drops a bomb, then logs off for the night. Fucking hate that guy, doesn't matter who, he just says it loud like he always do. Here for the music, the drinks, the ride. trying to hurt feelings or nothing. I just think everyone's a bit soft these days. Especially that guy. You know the one? Fucking hate that guy. Trauma, threat, or star sign try. Fucking hate that guy, doesn't matter who. He just says it loud like he always do. Here for the music, the drink, the ride. Not for your trauma, threat, or star sign
That's what's up. G'day, everyone. Good to see ya. Got a few people in the chat now. A few people watching. Nice of you to drop by on this lovely, lovely Sunday afternoon here in Australia. And 27 degrees Celsius today. The hottest day we've had since spring began. We've certainly turned the corner on the old winter. And we're back into spring. Could use a little bit more rain. Get the grass growing better, and the dam. We rely on a local dam here, the Weir, for our water supply. And it's still okay. It's still okay. It's been lower than it is now, but bit of rain wouldn't help. Bit of rain, would help. Bit of rain would help. So, yeah, Jess, it's always hotter in Queensland. No one knows. I know, because over there in the States, you guys measure things in potatoes and onions. Right. Gorilla Biscuits on the grift already. Thank you, sir. Thank you. On the grift. So, as I said at the beginning, I thought today there's a couple of channels that I watch every now and then. They're reaction channels. And there's been this phenomenon since Charlie Kirk was assassinated, of wokies and lefties getting fired from their jobs and not understanding why, and having various levels of meltdowns, crash outs, and copiation. The copium is big. The copium is strong with these people. So I got to, you see, Jess has been a good lass. She's spelling it out for K2. 33 Celsius, 91.5 Fahrenheit. You see, you can't ask for more than that, K2. You can't ask for more. Yeah, beautiful day here. Now, John Burt, Samoids are basically tampons, gremlins. Don't get them wet. Now, the gremlins bit, I understand. The tampons bit, I got no idea. Oh, well, I guess maybe you shouldn't. I don't know about these things. Should you not get tampons wet? Is that like a thing. I could imagine the reasoning. Anyway, didn't expect things to go that way so soon. Anyway, let's get one of these things up here. I'll drop a link shortly, but we'll just do a little bit of time. Just me up here talking shit, and Jess, really? Okay. 91 sounds cold for Australia. No, it's a big continent, mate. It's the same size as the mainland of the USA, except for Alaska, right? So it's the same size. So we have mountains with snow, and we have north and south. Opposite of you guys. Our north is warm and our south is cold, whereas your south is warm and your north is cold. So the birds up there fly south for the winter, and the birds down here fly north for the winter. All right. Let's watch some of these retards being retarded. Feel free to laugh all you want in a loving way, okay? In a loving way. I haven't seen these yet, by the way, so it's my first reaction too. Well, I've got to see which one it is. Hang on. There it is. There it is.
I got me fired from my job. I woke up and told about the shit from the Johnny Good shit from yesterday. What the fuck? I'm not paying my rent. What the fuck, y'all? I told y'all I was gonna not get me fired when y'all did.
I think it's high time, with all the grieving that's been going on, that we need to laugh at a few people and drink up their tears.
I like this guy. This guy's channel is called Yinka the Guy. He's pretty fucking funny, actually. Hey, Charles, good to see you, my man. Oh, hang on. There. Good to see you, man.
Your glasses, get your cups, whatever you need. We are going to have a great time on these videos. Time to drink the woke tears. It's good.
Fired from my job. I was just 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 fired from my job. Now I have nothing but this. I have nothing but this website. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing. I have nothing anymore.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this one before. That's a dude. That's a dude, boys and girls.
I have nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore. Ah! 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 No!
You know, the thing about the lefties and the wokies, I've said it before, something that Jordan Peterson once said that really stuck with me. He said, people think there's nothing as dangerous as a strong man. Or they say that, you know. He said, no, there's nothing more dangerous than a weak man. Because these boys, they harbor resentment, like real serious resentment. They hate capitalism. They hate the hierarchy. They hate the patriarchy. They hate life in existence. They hate themselves. And they go through all the rhetoric online where they can be keyboard warriors and shit like that, and they can talk shit. And then when real life hits them in the face, you see the true colors. You see what they're capable of.
Concerned men with cherry biome canadiable integer. Concerned men, where is Cherry? Encouraging
Now, I don't know why you decided to record this, but I don't understand the
Uh,
brains of mentally ill people. So yeah,
Yeah, I meant to mention there's also a big dose of selfishness and basically narcissism built into it. So combine those two, and every one of them's a fucking firecracker.
you can do what you want to do, and you did make my day by recording this video. So thank you.
Guys, I haven't made videos like this, but I just got let go from the University of Florida as an employee. They didn't tell me why. There's all sorts of things I have to do now. But in the meantime, while I'm looking for a new job, there will be some more sim racing content, it looks like, and possibly even more Japanese content while I go to class. Stay tuned.
Damn, that really sucks. I would not want that to happen to you. I wish you could hold your job, but unfortunately, you say certain things and certain things happen to you. That is unfortunately how life works. And I thought you would understand that, but clearly you don't. But yeah, I don't want that to happen to you.
My TikTok done bit me in the ass.
Look, guys, I don't have the same glee that Yinka has here about, you see his smile. He's like happy about this. Do I or don't I? I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to enjoy it, that these people have fucked their lives, right? But on the other hand, I think it was Mike Tyson who said, the internet gives people a platform to say things on the internet that would normally get them punched in the face, And so losing your job, these are the people who, were dancing up and down because of the consequences that Charlie brought upon himself by his bad words. And the consequences for them is you got the sack. You got told to fuck off and don't come back. But we hate capitalism. But give me a job.
I just got let go from my job for my TikTok. I guess my boss saw the TikTok, so I'm on my way home right now. So I guess
I'm just really glad Charlie Kirk just got himself fucking shot, because he's right. Empathy is dangerous to society. So no one should give a fuck that he's dead.
I can see where this is going.
He said it. I'm just saying his words. All I'm doing is using his words. You can't be mad at me for using his words. I think empathy is a new wave thing and is very problematic. You right. No empathy for you. Zero.
Well, doesn't it suck to be you?
And about social media posts. As a teacher, I put out a statement about a half an hour ago. We will be conducting an outside investigation into this. I can't discuss the details, but I will share that, as we all know, we hold ourselves and our students to the highest professional standards. And we want to respect that process. We'll keep everybody.
Hey Chris, in your communication, you mentioned their staff job status.
Oh, thank you. Yes, they're on page administrative.
And the investigation will be performed by who?
I believe there's an agenda item for Monday night to discuss the hiring of an outside independent investigator.
Okay. And again, there are, this is not an agenda item, but I think I can speak for the entire school committee that any acts of political violence cannot be tolerated. So with that, Superintendent Ashley, do you have any achievements or announcements to?
So I was just fired from my job. So follow me. I don't know. Like this video, give me a follow, and stay tuned for more content because it is coming.
It's so funny watching this. It's so cringe. I don't know. Like, all I knew how to do was bitch and moan on the internet, and that didn't work out well. So now there'll be more content. Trust me. So follow. Don't have a job, so send me money. I've got nothing. but talking shit about other people on the internet. Yeah, so, but just an observation. I was going to say these people all kind of look the same. It's been mentioned before by people. The whole soy fucking blue hair. Not that she has blue hair, but you can see crossovers between the men and the women. The male feminists and the female wokies. But I've also noticed another category of people who are in this. We may see one in one of these videos. There's also dudes who look a bit like me, to tell you the truth. They're a bit older. They got a beard. You wouldn't pick them. You wouldn't pick them as being in this category, but there seems to be a group of them as well. Flaming heron. War boobs. She's got war boobs, man. I gotcha.
It is coming.
Not that it's going to make any difference. And this is no offense to people who work at, fast food restaurants, but you more than likely got fired from McDonald's. So I don't even know what you should be crying over. We can clearly see you're trying to hold back the tears with your, peace signs. But deep down inside, you're clearly crying for your life.
We have sent out over 300 emails to employers, and we have gotten now 15 confirmed fires. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Gabrielle from Illinois, you're fired. Lincoln from Utah, you're fired. Amanda, another Amanda from Wyoming, you've been terminated. Suck it. Shasti, all my
Let's not go
accounts
through
hit
all
zero,
15. We'll skip
and
ahead.
letting you guys try and bully me into not doing this anymore. And if you agree with what I'm doing, please hit that follow button. Counteract their mass unfollowing of me.
He had it coming. He had it coming.
Today, I got fired from my job. I'm a real estate agent, and I got fired because something that I post in Instagram, and they called me to the office, and they asked me to remove everything, which I did. And after I removed the post and the picture that I put, I was told that I no longer work in.
He was escorted.
And all this
He was escorted from the building.
My manager, Monica, and she's the one that created all this shady scenario. She's the one that pushed for me to lose my job. And today I'm outside my house because I don't have the balls to see my wife and tell her what happened, And
I believe that.
And I'm going to tell
that.
you the whole story, and I'm going to show you the picture that I put in Instagram, because you need to see that to understand how severe was the problem that we have. And everything started yesterday, that we have an open house, and we have
Yes, Charles, these videos are all a few moments later. We've all seen the meme. 1 minute, dancing on Charlie's grave. Next minute, I got fired.
very big client that has a huge home. It's kind of like a mini mansion. And they gave us the listing to my company.
Oh no, I posted something even though I have a 9-to-5 job, knowing that my company might disagree with the things I posted, but because I'm a stupid person, I still posted it anyway, and now I'm suffering the consequences of my actions. Oh darn.
If you're speaking on Charlie Kirk, be sure your job's not going to fire you behind it. Did you see the Carolina Panthers football team fired their football communications coordinator because of some posts he made? He posted, "Why are y'all sad? Your man said it was worth it." And even if you agree with him, you work in the NFL, like, ugh. And then he doubled down with protecting that, the song from Wu-Tang Clan. Like, Charlie, what are you doing? Now, I don't know how long he was working with the Panthers, but he's not a Panther anymore.
That was something that I thought was a huge turning point when I turned on the telly and we had a news report here in Australia that one of the NFL football games in America were doing a tribute before the game. Like on the big screen, they had like a clip of Charlie and his family. I think they had a moment of silence and stuff like that. I thought, oh shit, this has gone mainstream. Like this is really something. I think what we've discovered through watching the aftermath of Charlie's death is that we outnumber them. Like we outnumber them in droves. If you absorb the media, like the mainstream media and shit like that, you would believe that they're a significant number. Well, they're probably significant, but they're far from the majority, man. And what's happened is people on our side are starting to actually say what you think, and that's a good thing.
The Panthers immediately released a statement. The views expressed by our employees are their own and do not represent those of the Carolina Panthers. We do not condone violence of any kind. We are taking this matter very seriously and have accordingly addressed it with the individual. So in other words, goodbye. In more serious news, 3 HBCUs, Alabama State, Hampton University, Virginia State, have received campus threats. ASU and VSU are on lockdown, and Hampton has canceled classes for today and Friday. Why? The alleged shooter looks like this. Why are y'all threatening these campuses? Anyway.
People are just wild. Imagine being in a government job and celebrating someone. I don't even know what to say. Like, trolls on the internet is one thing, but when you're a public figure, that's wild. It is wild when you work for the government to come out and openly celebrate someone, a political ending of their existence. Like, it is wild. This lady found out. It took less than a day. Most of these people are, it's taken less than a day. That guy at MSNBC, he, what was his name? He found out as well, but like live on the air, he was like, this is the environment you create and you have to live in it. And it's like, I can't believe, but this is public school dean. This is a major, this isn't like just some random side teacher. This was someone who influences our children. Have the day you deserve.
All they're doing is just showing us all how stupid they truly are, and actually showing us how stupid they think we are as well. Because what they're doing is they posted all of these videos expecting that we won't do anything about it. But yeah, come to find out.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
This is Justice for Charlie Kirk. Say hello to Maxwell Berger, a BSN RN from Detroit, Michigan. And just in case you're wondering what this nurse had to say, here you go. But don't worry, we'll make sure that the world and every job you ever apply to after this knows that you don't identify as he, him, but you identify as fired.
Do you know, I always knew that nurses were like a bit crazy. There's kind of a meme about nurses. They're a bit wild, the female nurses. I've been starting to see a theme about male nurses. Now, I'm not picking on all male nurses. I'm sure there are good cunts out there as well. It's an observation, you know. There may be a bit of observer bias going on, but I'm prepared to, you know, tentatively just put that out there. Charles, tell me you dated a nurse without telling us you dated a nurse.
If only I could find where you've worked and where you currently work. Man, if only I could just search on Google and find the address to said location and the phone number, which we can contact. Wait. I did find it.
I forgot
Does
about
your
that, Charles.
employer know that you're up for surgery? Well, it's time that you are made aware that you are under surgery, which your job may be cut away from you. Your future may be cut away from you. But it's all for the betterment of the body, because I, for one, don't want your hands anywhere near a body that is in need. What would your employers think when over 340,000 followers send them messages, emails, calls that your name was brought up on a video because of a post that you thought was funny, because of a death that you thought was hilarious, finally caught up to you?
He makes a good point. Imagine if, like this nurse he's talking about, this male nurse, imagine if Charlie was taken to that hospital and he was the nurse that was supposed to be responsible for his care. That, you see, these guys don't think. They think that the internet world is separate from the real world. I really think they do.
But don't worry. We'll send you our thoughts and prayers. And if you guys haven't smashed that follow button already, make sure you do, because we're going to enjoy the ride until we see it through. And for everybody that's been supporting me through Venmo and Cash App, thank you guys so much, because we will continue to put in the work every day until individuals like this Stop this hatred rhetoric, because there's no more games being played. They just opened a wound that they won't be able to close.
Now, I'm not saying anybody should do anything. If you want to check these people's pages, you can. I do not advocate for anything. I'm not that type of person. Let me just let you know that. But as I said, if you do want to check their page and you want to check their employers or you want to contact them, I don't know if you want to do that. I'm not the one who will make you do that.
Well, old mate before with the whiteboard, you know, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. So I'm not advocating for it either, but I'm just saying I'm not particularly against it either. Like, I'm not going to say people shouldn't do it. It's just not my style.
I do not agree with this.
Name, shame, defame. Do you remember when you wouldn't get a COVID vaccine, so they told your job and they fired you? Do you remember when they made your life hell because you wouldn't bow down and get their clot shot? Now it's our turn. The website I'm going to post is where you can submit verifiable information on people who have celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk. These people need to be fired. They need to be doxxed. They need to have their lives ruined.
You see, now I'm confused. I would have picked this guy as being on the other side, tell you the truth. Just by, you know, socially profiling. I would have thought he teaches sociology at university in Portland or something. But, you know, fair call. Good on him. So, Flaming Heron, Kieran Markin question, if it was your family members, would you do it? If it was my family members doing what, man? Don't quite follow. If my family members were sort of dancing up and down online and celebrating Charlie's death, would I call their employer? No. No, I'd call them. Yeah, if it was my family, I'd call them.
I have already submitted 4 reports today to schools. One of them was a Christian school. 3 of them were middle schools. These leftist and liberal freaks are teaching your children to hate, to kill. They are turning your children into cannon fodder. And you're just going to sit there and let them? These people have infested every avenue of society, and we've allowed them to. And now look what they're doing. They're turning children into demonic little freaks. Leftists and liberals have no power. They are weak. So what they do is they go around behind people's backs. They subvert your children. They attack things that you cannot outright defend.
Bro's fucking spitting facts. My man here is fucking spitting facts. Do you know, like, you notice how they're always after the children, these people? They want to have drag queens reading to fucking children in libraries. They want to introduce certain curriculum into the children's reading about sex. And I mean, I've seen some of the material. It's hideous. They always go for the kids. We had an issue here. We took our daughter out of school when she was 16 or something, officially underaged for being withdrawn from school. But you have a like for good. We said we're done with the school. We're taking her out. We said we're going to homeschool her. So we could apply through the proper channels to say we are officially homeschooling. Then we won't get done for like truancy and stuff like this. And then our daughter was getting text messages from the school counselor, bypassing us, her parents, and asking her to come back. Please don't leave, come back to school, etc., etc. So we got onto the school and said, knock it off. Do not contact our daughter directly. Yeah, guys, Charles and Flaming, I'm not sure the exact age. It was a couple of years ago. So it was under the age, under the official age. So John Bird, shut the fuck up. No, she didn't. The school had a kitty litter and a curtain in the girls' toilets. So the one furry literally would go and shit in the kitty litter. So we said no.
They are vile beings, and they need to be eradicated from our society. You're going to celebrate the
Eradicated. He said they need to be eradicated, and there was that pause, and I thought, bro, calm the fuck down, bro. Right? Then he said, from our society. Remember, what's his name from Daily Wire? Michael Knowles? Andrew Knowles? Michael Knowles? The Catholic guy? He said that transgender ideology has to be eradicated. And everyone said, he wants to eradicate trans people. He didn't say that. He said the ideology has to be eradicated. My man here just kind of said they have to be eradicated from society. Just calm down, bro. Calm down, bro.
death of a man. No longer name, shame, defame. Ruin these people's lives.
You see, like I get this guy, name, shame, defame. Don't defame, right? Because defamation means making up lies. Just let them, just show what they do themselves. Don't defame.
Mishima says that there is no heroic death. Charlie Kirk has proved otherwise. He's a hero and he's a martyr. And we can never forget what he's done, especially in his passing. It is your duty as an American and as a person who knows what's right to keep these freaks away from us and your children. They hate you and they want you dead, just like Charlie. Are you going to let them do that to you, to your kids, to your family? Charlie could have been your brother, your cousin, your football buddy.
Now, I will say this. I am surprised this is coming from someone who has a bull nose ring piercing. But as I say,
that's the same thing I said. However, there is also a series of videos going around of lefties who are actually leaving the left. You can see them with the septum piercing and the piercings in their cheeks and shit like this and the blue hair and the bangs actually saying, I'm done with the Democrats. Like they're going, what's wrong with you fucking people?
there are always exceptions to the rule, and I'm sure everybody who is watching this video understands that. But yeah, I've actually checked that website. It's very informative, has some good stuff on it. If you people want to look at it, I do have it in the description down below because it does have some good information for you there.
For somebody that passed, it's not
It's propaganda. I'm sorry. We don't put that here.
Alrighty, so what's your name?
I'm Carol. I'm Prince Supermaster. I'm one of the managers.
So the story here is some people went into, I guess, Office Depot is probably what we call Office Works here in Australia. Hey Silver, always good to see you, man. You can take in a PDF file, like a literal PDF file, not the on a USB stick, and get things printed. And they went in to try and get some like a Charlie Kirk poster printed, and the staff said we aren't allowed to. It's because we can't print propaganda. A few moments later.
Yes.
So, unfortunately,
So they say they don't print political propaganda. So this is somebody that passed away a couple years ago.
That's political propaganda, unfortunately.
So this is for a prayer tonight, for a prayer vigil?
It's still propaganda, unfortunately.
What
makes it propaganda? Because he's a political figure, and I don't have to.
My general manager is going to be in on Monday. If you it's totally okay.
These are the type of people that we're dealing with. Again, these are the same people who preach empathy, who preach acceptance. They're hypocrites. Charlie Kirk was just assassinated due to their extreme rhetoric. Fascist, 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 Hitler, fascist, Hitler, fascist, fascist, fascist. Now we have leftists working at Office Depot who won't even let these people get their images printed. Think about it. The side of love, tolerance, and acceptance won't even print off a poster.
There was also a phenomenon in Starbucks as well, where people. There was a stream where Charlie was doing one of his talk, like his live interactions with students and shit, and it was quite a nice one. And he had a lot of students on his side, so they were asking him questions about himself. And somebody asked him, "What's in his cup? What's his Starbucks order?" And I forget what it was, but he has a sore throat from talking so much, and he had some mint or honey or something in a tea. I don't know, something like that. It was quite specific. And so apparently a lot of people were going to Starbucks and ordering the Charlie order. They didn't mention Charlie. They just said, I'll have, they described what they were going to have. And the employees sometimes wouldn't make it, I think, but they would write mean things on the cup instead of the person's name. When somebody went to buy one and they said, what name? They said Charlie Kirk. And the barista, wouldn't write it on the cup. Insane.
For Charlie Kirk after he was assassinated by a leftist extremist. These are the type of people that we're dealing with. Home Depot, are these the type of people you want representing your business? Is this how Home Depot wants to be represented? Is this the message you want to send out, Home Depot? Please let us know. These people are disgusting. All right, so that employee from Office Depot has been fired.
There we go. That employee has been fired. And Charles Darwin says, if I was Charlie Kirk, my cup would be full of alcohol. Charles Darwin, you aren't Charlie Kirk and your cup's still full of alcohol. Problem solved, bro. Yeah, John, I don't know how deep I get in. Maybe deeper than some Americans. I'm not going to lie. I just think America's important. I think America's important for world security, certainly important for us over here in Australia. And our government, our fucking Albanese government, the lefty fucking assholes, decided that when they had a choice to make between, they recently made a decision to, not be friends with, but made a deal with China that, bro, if you're living down here in the South Pacific, who do you think you should be friends with? Should we be friends with China, or should we be friends with the USA? Fuck, I hate my government.
If you're unaware of what I'm talking about, here's a video to catch you up to speed real quick.
Just want to qualify that I do believe in the democratic process. Our government was elected by the majority, so they are a legit government. I just fucking hate them. That's all.
It's not
It's propaganda. I'm sorry. We don't put that here.
Alright, so what's your name?
I'm Carol.
I'm print supervisor.
I'm one of the managers.
Yes.
So, unfortunately,
So they say they don't print political propaganda. So this is somebody that passed away a couple years
that's
ago.
political propaganda, unfortunately. I'm
So
sorry.
this is for a prayer tonight, for a prayer vigil?
It's still propaganda, unfortunately.
What
makes it propaganda? Because he's a political figure, and I don't have to.
Office Depot posted this like 15 minutes ago. We are deeply concerned by the incident that occurred at store 3382 in Portage, Michigan. The behavior displayed by our associate is completely unacceptable and insensitive, violates our company policies, and does not reflect the values we uphold at Office Depot. We sincerely apologize to the customer affected and to our community for this regrettable situation. Upon learning of the incident, we immediately reached out to the customer to address their concerns and seek to fulfill their order to their satisfaction. We also launched an immediate internal review, and as a result, the associate is no longer involved with the organization. We are committed to reinforcing training with all team members to ensure our standards of respect, integrity, and customer service are upheld at every location. Our customers and communities deserve nothing less. Accountability. Respect to you, Office Depot, for handling this quickly and efficiently.
What a time to be alive, where people are suffering the consequences of their actions and they can't cry and complain about things that are bad happening to them because, they engage in bad behavior and they suffer from the bad behavior that they engage in. They expected themselves to be bulletproof from all of this, and they expected that they can just say things without anything happening to them. But it's clear to see, the more you
fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
A few moments later.
I just had to block all of my friends because they just have such different political beliefs from me, and I thought that we were the type of friends who would live together someday after college and stay in touch no matter what. And I thought these were the people that I would spend my life with and grow old next to. These were the people who saved my life on multiple different occasions. And I just don't know if I can continue being friends with them because of this. I just don't know. I dropped out of school for these people. I started homeschooling because of these people. And I don't know what I'm going to do because we go to such a small school together. And I don't know how I'm going to be able to face them. These people are my whole life. I don't know how I'm going to be able to avoid them. Yeah. I don't care if you think that this is my own fault for being the person to blow up these relationships, because everything that they say makes me feel like such a shit person. And I can't have that in my life. Not anymore. Okay, I used to not respect myself to cut people out of my life for things like this, but now I do. Now I respect myself enough to not want to feel like this. God, I'm probably gonna delete this because it's so fucking embarrassing crying on camera. But
Oh my God. Like, I'm trying to feel for her, trying to understand. Probably going to delete this because it's embarrassing crying on camera. Here's a hot take, love. Don't cry on camera. Right? It's the kind of person who would walk up to a person filming in the street and start talking to them and then say, I don't consent to being on camera. They go, well, you walked up to me. No, I do feel for her. She sounds like she got messed up by she got roped into a group and kind of forfeited everything else for that group. And then now she finds herself on the outside of that group and has nowhere to go. I know, right? I know. We have to point that out. Yeah, wants to delete the video. But it's okay. It's okay because Charles Darwin can fix her. That's what's up.
God.
Why in the blue hell are you crying, and why in the blue hell do you think we care? The more you keep doing this, the more you're going to suffer the consequences of your actions. And maybe the child brain in all of you will finally understand that, you live in a world and you're an adult. So you say certain things, you might suffer consequences for saying those certain things. So you shedding your crocodile tears is not going to do anything to us. Newsflash, we do not care.
Fucking bro's fucking savage. He's more savage than me. But fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Let the tally continue to increase. We're currently in the 600s, the 700s. Maybe this number needs to continuously increase. The more you idiots continuously show us all how stupid you are. So keep it up.
Isn't a fundamental part of being...
I just vomited in my mouth. Fucking Whoopi Goldberg. My God.
An American, that we are able to express our opinions to each other without fear, without this kind of horror happening.
I have fear of her forehead, to tell you the truth, right now. That's my biggest fear. That's some serious real estate. Just saying.
And it seems to be something we have been seeing more and more of. And it's not even left or right. It's just people being taken out because of their beliefs.
There's just no place for this kind of violence in this country. I am heartbroken over it. I cannot believe that someone would kill another person because they were speaking their beliefs.
Well, for years, you and your allies in the media have been conditioning half of the country against the president, his supporters, and figures like Charlie Kirk. Trump is Hitler, his supporters are fascists, right-wing extremists is danger to our democracy, they're Nazis, you know the words. Yet you seriously sit here acting surprised when lunatics who believe your words
See you, man.
decide to take matters into their own hands.
Okay, so the queen of the chat has arrived. Shout out to Shazzy Bear. Always good to see you, man.
Your side burn and loot every time things don't go your way. Your side tried to assassinate the president multiple times. Your side burned Teslas all around the country and wanted Elon dead. Your side assassinated Charlie Kirk. Your side is currently celebrating it. So don't talk to me about, well, this is not a left and right issue. It is the left. It's only the left. It's ironically the Democratic side who engages in political violence and killings of figures they disagree with. And every time something like this happens, you come here, you tune down the rhetoric, crocodile tears, ooh, I can't believe this. Then a week later, you go right back at the dictator and fascist rhetoric again. So you don't really care. You're just pretending. And for that, fuck you, and you in a corner too.
Yeah.
Okay, that has to be a deep fake. That has to be. There's no way that was real. I hope it was, but there's no way that was real.
I agree with him. A lot of these people are shedding crocodile tears in the public eye, but then in the secret, they're doing all sorts of nonsense and they're celebrating this type of behavior. I don't even know why they're crying for when all they've been doing constantly is saying that you're fascist, you're racist, you're a homophobe. And if they truly believed in all of this, I'm sure you would want bad things to happen to fascists. So why is it a case that you're crying now because something bad happened to someone who you believe is a fascist? Wouldn't you want something bad to happen to people who you claim are fascists? It's all nonsensical tears and they're just trying to save face for the public.
That's something I learned from watching Andrew Wilson. He kind of set me straight. Not personally. He made a general comment. He said, just don't believe a single word these people say. Right? These lefties. He didn't say this specifically, but I inferred this from what he was saying. I'm paraphrasing, right? When you're engaging with lefties, in the back of your brain, just remember they're fucking lying. They're lying. Start from that point and the whole thing looks different. I've done this. I've engaged with a couple of lefties recently. Online. I have before. And I've always tried to engage. Always tried to, find common ground and shit like that. But since Charlie's death, nah. I just fucking go after him. Shut the fuck up, right? Just shut up. You're lying. It looks different. I remember, go with me on this. I'll make a bit of an analogy. Bill Hicks trying to get a raid sent my way. A raid from where, bro? I appreciate it, but from where? Also, good to see you. There's this old TV show. You probably know it. Columbo, the detective, and Columbo was dealing with a magician who was being accused of a murder, and he enlisted the help of a young magician who's about like 13, 14 years old, and he was asking this young magician, "How do you figure out the way magicians do tricks? Like, how do you break it down? How do you work it out?" And the young guy said, "You start from the base point that it's a trick. You know it's a trick. So never deviate from the understanding that it's a trick. And then you start to see things differently, right?" So when dealing with lefties and wotards, just always assume they're bad faith and they're lying. And from that perspective, you'll start to see things differently, and you'll start to see how they work. Hey, blackout. Don't quite know what that means, but always good to see you. Charles, I'm not going to read that, you asshole. Don't pick on Bill Hicks, man. Bill Hicks is good people. Yeah, Silva, you assume that for the politicians, of course. Of course, you assume that for the pollies. Same thing. I think we had if I'm correct, I think it was Bob Hawke. He was a Labor leftist prime minister over here. And he was a prime minister for a while. And then when he finally got not outed, he got removed from office, as you guys would say, through the democratic process. Somebody asked him, like, how do you feel about all this? And he said, I feel relaxed. I don't need to lie anymore. And I thought, what the fuck, bro? What a thing to say. Yeah, Charles, that was Columbo. Columbo, yeah, Columbo. Yeah, Shazzy, we've had a good day over here. It's been a very warm day. Summer is arriving. It's been the warmest day so far of the season. All right. No, I didn't. I only caught a little bit of the Crucible tonight. Shaz, you had a storm. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I suppose, as long as there was no property destroyed. Okay, we're going to laugh at some more lefties. I've got another one lined up. I think I played that one. Oh, sorry, guys. I thought I had two lined up. Yes, this guy. This guy goes all right. This guy's channel is called Living a Life of Abundance. Which I assume he started out as one of those life maxing people, by the name. Go to the gym, look after yourself, read books, stuff like that, which is fair enough. It's probably good advice. Here we go. We'll try this one out.
So we came in for an order earlier for the poster for a vigil tonight.
Oh, we saw this on the other one. Yeah, we'll scoot forward a bit.
I can almost guarantee you
There he is.
They would have print out all the anti-Trump, pro-Antifa, and pro-LGBT posters that you like. These employees need to be fired immediately.
I saw the video of it. His last words were gun violence. I'll just say I think it's very fitting. I wish for him the same exact thing he said, oh well, about those kids being shot in schools, as long as we have the Second Amendment.
Get the rocks. Yeah. Abdul?
Yeah, get the rocks.
Get the rocks.
How do you feel about Charlie Kirk getting assassinated?
Some people say it's deserved.
To get murdered in front of his children and family?
When God calls you home, you gotta go.
You think God called him home? It's well deserved. For him specifically getting killed, womp womp, he got what he deserved. Honestly, I feel like he just got what he deserved. No shame.
Don't you think it's disgusting to be celebrating someone's death?
Well, coming from a perspective as a woman of color, and
that justifies it?
100%, I feel.
Coming from a perspective as a woman of color, oh my God. Any young men in the chat, I don't know if we have any young men watching. If you were, 19, 20, 21, you were thinking about, it'd be nice to have a wife and to raise children. Do you want this chick? Do you want to go to work and leave this chick in charge of your kids?
Because nobody gave a f when it was MLK, Malcolm X.
We don't like those kind of deaths either.
There's no group of white people that I see pushing so hard for those type of deaths.
That was a while ago. We equally condemn those deaths.
Do we? I mean,
you're talking to me right now. You think that most conservative white men want black people to die?
Well, the one who recently just died, Charlie, definitely thought so. You basically wanted black people to be slaves. What are you talking about?
I feel like if you wish death on other people, for that to happen to you, it's kind of like, that's just karma.
Who does he wish death on?
He said awful things about trans people, doesn't care about their rights, or he's a conservative.
So if you don't like trans people, you deserve to be shot in the neck?
100% the people who oppress us deserve to die.
So if you don't like trans people, you deserve to be shot in the neck?
Yes. He made it very known verbally that he does not support any of us. And he spoke reckless, and I guess he got hit for that. So he put himself at risk of saying all those nasty ass things and then going publicly in front of people. And plus, he was the same person that said guns lives matter, right? So obviously what happened to him is just he would approve of it. Guns lives matter. Someone used the gun and it saved lives. We agree.
Can somebody find a clip where Charlie Kirk said guns lives matter? I'm going to take a punt that doesn't exist. Going to take a punt. At this stage, she's making shit up.
I agree. I don't care if it's ignorance or coming out of hatred from my heart. It's opinionated.
I've studied the left for a really long time, and here's what I came up with. The left is a religion of self-hatred. It teaches people to despise other races, boys to resent their own sex and masculinity, women to reject their femininity, and Americans to hate their own country. What an absolutely poisonous and cancerous ideology it is. Leftism is nothing more than a breeding ground for hate.
Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Why are we cheering for someone getting shot? No matter what political beliefs are, we should not be cheering that someone got shot. He has a family. We do. I value everyone's beliefs, but we should not be cheering as a class that someone got shot. He has a family. He has a family. He has a family. Yes, and who shot them? A transgender person. Yes, it doesn't matter. You should not be cheering that someone got shot. What do you mean? Yes, you should not be cheering that someone got shot.
Charlie was an evil man because he was pro-life and he didn't believe in murdering innocent unborn children. Therefore, murdering him is just. Talk about low-class, tacky leopard lady. Guys, make her famous, University of Northern Texas. Now, guys, if you look to your left, you have a disciple of the soy. And on your right, you have a beta male simp mangina white knight trying to agree with her because he wants to smash. In the bottom, you have a budding feminist who was picked on all in high school, so she would say anything to try to fit in. Remember, your actions will always have consequences.
Meanwhile,
The fact that I am getting death threats on my birthday of all days because Charlie Kirk died is fucking ridiculous. Like, grow the fuck up. Seriously, if you can't handle a difference in politics and you need to resort to violence over it, then you have serious problems.
Today's Fresh Hill is that Charlie Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, is bringing his so-called American comeback tour to 2 campuses near you. He is starting his tour at UVU on September 10th, and then he'll be back in Utah on the 30th at Utah State. Demon boy. Charlie Kirk is one of these campus tour speakers that always sparks controversy, and for a very good reason. When he was 18 years old, he founded something called Turning Point USA, which is essentially a network across the country of different college clubs. Of various college clubs that are focused on spreading the good word of the far right. So when he founded this, it was supposed to be a nonpartisan debate platform.
So first of all, he wasn't far right. You see, they try to equate far right with the Nazis, right? I'm not even sure the Nazis were far right. I think they were a whole different thing. When you're talking about the political spectrum, he was a Christian nationalist, fair enough. Don't worry about separation of church and state. That isn't a thing. You can still be a Christian nation without having a Christian government. Right. I would say what he was fucking normal. He was a good man with a loving, supportive wife and 2 beautiful kids. You know, that's it. That's what they hate, these people. You see this little stuck-up bitch here crapping on like she's doing something important. The privilege is just oozing out of this image. Here I am in a safe college campus, protected by military men around the world who fought and still fight to maintain the little haven you get to live in, so that you can be free to go on the internet and say shit like this. Fuck, these people shit me.
Where we would get people together in good faith and have discussions about things. And now, in 2025, it is certainly not that. Since its founding, it abandoned this nonpartisan debate journey that it was on, and now a content farm for white supremacy, cancel culture, martyrdom, conspiracy theorists, and all too often these mega conventions where little baby fascists get to cosplay as freedom fighters. So not only is Turning Point USA controversial, but Charlie Kirk, the founder himself, is exceptionally controversial.
I bet you she reeks of cat piss. It's always the white liberal woman.
Oh,
now,
shit.
guys, let's continue to expose these people and give them a taste of their
Sorry, guys. He just said, I bet she reeks of cat piss, bro.
own medicine.
So, prayers and thoughts for Charlie. No, I have no prayers and thoughts for him left from all my prayers and thoughts for these innocent children who did nothing wrong. We're not sending out divisive, hateful messages. We're not saying that empathy is the problem with America. I refer to him as the anti-empathy guy. I won't type his name, not in capital letters anyway. Yeah. I just want to make sure that y'all had heard about the school shooting, because to me that is something that is more concerning than a douchebag who brings karma down on himself. I mean, ironically, the moment he's getting shot, what is he doing? When he's asked about mass shootings, comparison to gang violence in a dismissive way, tell me that wasn't karma doing her finest work. Yeah, I'll praise the shooter. He did good. He had good. Yeah.
Why do they all look like mutants? Good riddance. Internet, Continue to do your job, and let's get these people fired.
So y'all got me fired for my job.
You're fired. Get out. You're fired.
So I've lost my job.
You're fired. Get out. You're fired.
Fired from my fucking job. I was just fired from my job. I was just fired from my job. I was just fired from my fucking job.
You're fired. Get out. You're fired.
I'm just really glad Charlie Kirk just got himself fucking shot, because he's right. Empathy is dangerous to society. So no one should give a fuck that he's dead. He said it. I'm just saying his words. All I'm doing is using his words. You can't be mad at me for using his words. I think empathy is a new wave thing and it's very problematic. You right. No empathy for you. Zero.
Just have a look at this picture. Typical unhinged demon. This woman needs to be fired immediately. Now she works at Larkin Community and she is absolutely insane. She shouldn't be around patients, especially Republican patients. And check this out, guys. The hospital just posted this on their Instagram page. Great job, internet. Let's continue to expose these unhinged demons.
Oh, I was just fired from my job.
You're fired. Get out. You're fired. You're fired. Get out. You're fired.
Another one bites the dust. The cancellation of Democrats in progress.
You're fired. Get out. You're fired.
Meet Haley Curdell, a 911 dispatcher from Nashville, Tennessee.
You're fired. Get out. You're fired.
Again, imagine this chick was a 911 dispatcher, right? Who's going to talk shit, going to dance on Charlie's grave the moment he's fucking assassinated. Imagine she was the one receiving the call. Oh my God, I'm calling from the campus. Was it Texas? I forget, Texas Valley or something. Well, we're calling. Charlie Kirk's been shot. Send it. And can you imagine she's the one receiving the call?
You're fired. Get out. You're fired.
Isn't a fundamental part of being an American that we are able to express our opinions to each other without fear, without this kind of horror happening? And it seems to be something we have been seeing more and more of. And it's not even left or right. It's just people being taken out because of their beliefs.
There's just no place for this kind of violence in this country. I am heartbroken over it. I cannot believe that someone would kill another person because they were speaking their beliefs.
Well, for years, you and your...
Okay, we just saw this one on the other one. I can't believe this is real. I'm pretty sure this one's fake. So I'm going to skip over it. It has to be fake. There's no way it can be real. Even though it's based. Just going to skip over the fake shit. Charles, I knew you were going to say that.
How do you look at the death of Charlie Kirk?
I think he deserved it. I really believe he deserved it.
I don't know about his positions. I feel like he was so controversial and he probably shouldn't have a platform in the first place. So, yeah, probably a little deserved.
I'm glad he's not with us anymore.
What did you say?
I'm glad he's not with us anymore.
Okay.
And I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, so saying glad he's not with us anymore, she may as well just said it. Glad he was killed, right? That's just fucking say it.
Actually mean this, what you're saying right now?
Yeah, I actually mean it.
Yeah.
There is a sickness within the left. His daughter, you've probably heard this, when the bang went off, ran to him. And you have these people who have differing opinions saying he deserved it. Here's the difference. Here's Trump finding out a woman who hated him. Keep in mind, this woman despised Trump. This is him finding out she had died. This is the difference.
She just died? Wow. I didn't know that. I just, you're telling me now for the first time. She led an amazing life. What else can you say? She was an amazing woman. Whether you agreed or not, she was an amazing woman who led an amazing life. I'm actually sad to hear that. I am sad to hear that. Thank you very much.
And she didn't like them.
You guys want to know something? White men are the only men on the planet that gave women all the rights, freedoms, high standards of living, protection, safety. No other group of men on earth have given all those things to their women. And yet, look how much these white women hate us. Never forget that.
Hang on a second. Just a little. I'm going to be pedantic. I'm going to be pedantic. I love this guy, but he said white men, and then he said, look how much these women hate us. Bro. Bro. I think when he says white men, I think what he means is Western, right? Western men. Because he's one of the most based Asians I've ever seen. But bro's not white. Just going to say. You see how identity politics, the whole language fucks things up? It's actually, he meant we Western men.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame.
That's that little kid from before who was crying about losing all their friends.
A few moments later.
I just had to block all of my friends because they just have such different political beliefs from me, and I thought that we were the type of friends who would live together someday after college. And
Now it's making sense. Now I know. Now I know what's going on. She left school and was homeschooled. I should have known from the homeschooling. She was going the right way. She had a bunch of right-wing friends who got her out of school and were looking after her and shit. And then Charlie died and she made a retarded fucking little fucking TikTok. And now she's got no one. Hang on, what's going on here? Got to look to the chat. Provo raid. Army not men. Hang on. That's funny. This is a home video of Bill Hicks. That's fucking funny. That's funny. Okay, guys, I'm not familiar with Provo, I have to say. But welcome everybody. Really appreciate it. Wow, good on you guys. It's really nice to have some more company. So all we're doing is we're just laughing at wokies and lefties who are getting like getting fired and losing friends and losing their shit, having crash outs over the fact that that they were dancing on Charlie Kirk's grave. Yeah. So okay, so we have a whole bunch of new people here. Okay, we'll continue. And I think who fucking said it? Bang old. Oh, I can't. This guy. I can't read it properly. Bang old Molden was picking on Bill Hicks, and I approve. I approve of picking on Bill Hicks. Okay, we'll continue. Not like that, we won't.
Country. What an absolutely poisonous and cancerous ideology it is. Leftism is nothing more than a breeding ground for hate.
Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Marilyn, shut up.
Why are we cheering for someone getting shot?
I'm going to skip
Like,
along.
no matter
We've
what
already
political
seen this
beliefs
one
are, we
on a
should not be
previous one.
cheering that someone got shot. He has a family.
Actually, we've seen this whole video.
We do. I value everyone's beliefs, but we should not be cheering.
Yeah,
as a
we're
class
repeating now. Okay, let's since we have some guests here now, let's okay, there's a link pinned at the top for Sweat. I haven't seen you around for a while. It's good to see you. So if anybody wants to come up, we can do a bit of an open panel. There's a link pinned at the top. If not, I'll give it a few minutes and then we'll find some more wokies to laugh at. All right. Yeah, guys, I don't know. I have to be really fair. That I'm not familiar with Provo. I'm really not. But I do appreciate the company. I do appreciate you all dropping by. It's really something. Put me under a bit of pressure. Oh, Bill Hicks, just bought a pack of 20 smokes for $56.25. That sounds about right. That sounds, they better be good. They probably won't be, Bill. They'll be just like all the other smokes. Marilyn says Provo is God. Well, Marilyn thinks everyone's God. Right, so that's retarded. We're not men says Provo is a G. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, let's find some more lefties. I've got to go and take care of business for about 2 minutes, so we'll find some more lefties who are getting fired for mocking Charlie Kirk. It's always fun to watch. You've probably seen a lot of these. Well, I'm just having one of those moments where I just want to watch the retards getting owned, and we can all laugh together. Here we go. That's what's up.
Hey, what's going on?
Can't have you. You said I have to leave the premises like immediately. Okay. So guess I'll see you guys later. I'm fired. You guys take care. Good luck. Okay. Kind of relief. You guys have a good one.
This is a good one for me to go and take a little break. I'll be back in 2 minutes. This watch the copium. Watch the cope.
Oh man, I feel good. I just got fired, and honestly, when they told me, I was like a little like, eh. But then after, I was like, fuck this. They're back there having their little chat together. The guy that let me go was trying to block me from saying goodbye to my coworkers right now. Like he was like guarding them or something. And then that's when I was like, okay, bye. Goodbye, guys. I'll see you later. They let me go. They fired me. He looked all disappointed. But honestly, dude, I feel relieved. I feel very relieved. I mean, I'm going to be fucked if I'm not going to get unemployment, but fuck it, dude. As they were like having me sign my forms and shit and like terminating me. Wait, let me say goodbye to my friend Michael. Hi, Michael. I'm done. Yeah, so it is what it is. But I think the relief that I'm feeling is a good sign because did not want to do my shift today anyways. Like I had a bunch of number 1 lessons, and that's dealing with first timers, so fuck it, dude, I'm feeling good. I'm also shaking a little bit because I'm in shock, but whatever, dude, it is what it is. I'm gonna do me. Yeah, they were trying to be all nice about it and stuff and professional, and they were like, you can keep the sweater and all the shirt and whatever, it's all yours. I'm just like, what the fuck do I need this shit for? But whatever, I'm free, dude. I'm free. And I think I'm just gonna start trying to do more of the things that I want to do and not worry about any other one else. That's one of my coworkers driving in the car, my ex-coworkers. He was pretty cool too. He would always like be like upfront and like just tell me how fucking draining the job was.
I think you can see the desperation, right? Trying to act like everything's okay. Everything's okay. Don't worry. Used to know that guy. Used to know this guy. I see you guys out the back. I'll bring you up in a second. It's like this sort of deer in the headlights. All right, going to pause that for a second. We got Wagira. We know Wagira, friend of the channel, or as I sometimes call him, Wankira. Good to see you, man. And Provo, thanks for the raid, man.
Of course, man. Sorry, I was muted. Glad to be here, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Already love the energy, love the show, love the direction. I'm super hyped to be here, dude. Glad I could bring my audience over here. Mr. Bill Hicks recommended your channel, and honestly, he wasn't wrong. I was gonna go to bed, but I saw where we were headed, or rather where you were headed, and I said, gotta show up, gotta show appreciation and support. So if I brought anyone over here, please hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let's bring this man up. Let's raise the banner. I'll share your channel also on my community post because so
thank you,
far, love what you're doing.
What's the if I could ask, what's the? I mean, you've been here for 3 minutes. What's the general gist that you've caught that kind of you think's on the right track?
Well, you're above target. You're on optics. You're focusing on the right issues. And I love that, dude. And I've only been here for maybe a couple minutes, and
yeah.
I just like what you're highlighting, and it's the dysfunction, and you're putting a light to things, which I really appreciate. And so I don't know where else you might go with your show or where you have been, but overall, I saw this and I said, you know what? I rated you. I didn't know nothing about you, but now that I see it, gotta support it. Support it.
Appreciate you, man. And also appreciate Bill Hicks. I know he had something to do with this. I know he had something to do. Yeah. I think I heard somebody saying, I think it was Megan Kelly said something in the right after Charlie was murdered, that she said, we don't know who did it, but we know who's celebrating. Right.
Of course.
And that really struck me. That really struck me. I thought, yes, don't worry about the details of who did what. This is a culmination of years and decades of rhetoric.
Of course.
So let's call it what it is. Let's,
And you brought someone else up here. I'm not familiar with them.
Wagira, he's just a friend of the show. He's
Wagira. Okay.
Wagira,
cool.
yeah.
Hello, Wagira. Nice to meet you.
I am a random dickhead on the internet.
Dude, I'm a dickhead as well.
That's the best that I could go. I like this channel. It's fun. It's fun. Kieran's a fun time. So I had to piss off for a little bit to go fuck with JS because that's what I like to do. But they got into religion, so now I'm back here.
I love that. I love the name Kieran as well. I think it's like personally, like I've been thinking of new names for possible children, and Kieran is one of them. So
Bro, actually, a good name would be Kizzy.
Kizzy.
Yeah, thing is, Kieran's actually just my real name. It's not a handle. It was also Well, here's the other thing, Provo. The other thing I decided, Ryan, I see you backstage, mate. I'll bring you up in a minute.
Oh, we got Radical Coder here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, fucking
back
A,
there
man.
too, but-
You know
Yeah,
Radical Coder?
me and him fight all the time.
No way.
He's been popping up a lot on some of these like lower channels. Sorry, Kieran, I don't mean that as insult. You know,
That's
I
facts.
like you, dude.
Facts.
That's such a
Facts,
dick.
bro.
That's such a dick thing to say. God damn.
No,
it's
Kieran,
facts. It's facts.
that's where I belong. You know what? If you're flying under 1,000 subscribers, you're with the angels. And I wish I never went past 1,000.
Really?
There's nothing better than being under 1,000, personally.
Is it because you got nothing to lose?
It's just the freedom. There's so much.
Yeah.
It's freedom. It's the actual authenticity with the creator. And you know, I used to tell people on my channel, unsubscribe and dislike. I never wanted to get to 1,000.
Bro, I tell people all the time, don't subscribe.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, it's kind of like this, like once you shift, I think of it like this, like once you shift into it being your primary source of income, and I don't do any of this shit. I just try to fuck with these guys, but and I like them. I genuinely do. But once you shift into it, your primary source of income, you're like locked in at
Yeah,
that
that's
point, right? Yeah.
I
There's a
agree.
thing
What's up,
called-
Provo? Good
There's
to
a
see
thing
you, buddy.
called
Radical
thing called-
Coder. I know
What's up,
Radical
Coder?
Coder. I'm a big fan of him. I support. So me and Radical Coder are. If he's red, I'm blue, or if I'm blue, he's red. We're the exact opposites. And I support him 100% because I think you need people who, like for me, I'm not somebody who lives their life and doesn't engage with content or ideas that are opposed to them. And Radical Coder is one of the people who ultimately I almost oppose a lot, maybe 90% of his ideas or thoughts, but I find him very engageable. He's just actually, I think, a good person to talk to when you have a disagreement with somebody on the other side. So it's nice to see him here, even though I think I could disagree with him about everything. Like,
No, dude, it's probably like 20% you disagree. I would probably put it like that. Like, it's not a big disagreement. The problem is the internet culture. It divides us.
You might be right about that. You might be right about that. I wouldn't.
And I've talked to Ryan a couple times privately. You know, I don't know if you remember me, Ryan, at all, but
Private? Do we have private conversations?
No, not I mean, on like just like a random, like you were on, you pop into JS's Discord sometimes.
Oh yeah,
So yeah. So like and I have a different avatar now because people kept calling me a furry, so I had to get the Jim Bob avatar out.
Word.
I can't use a white cat or a white kangaroo anymore because people keep calling me racist. What the fuck?
Or
I
a
just like white
kangaroo.
cats.
Bro,
wild.
no, that was me, bro. I called you racist for having a white cat.
I know, I understand.
Yes.
That's
I was just
wild.
But I
fucking with you.
forgot. I actually
was fucking
forgot that I had the Jim Bob avatar. So
Wow.
Yes,
I love that.
I probably disagree with Coda on just about everything. I don't even need to try.
Me too.
come
Yeah, you know,
on,
Kieran's like catchphrase lately has been, you know, I hate to say it, I agree with Ryan. That's it, like over and over.
Well, that has
every
that's
channel we're
happened,
on.
that's happened twice, bro. It's happened twice because I am a good
I
cunt.
think it's been more than twice.
I come
Well,
in good
the more-
faith,
the-
bro. I come in good faith.
and also like you have to consider the more Bud Light Kieran consumes, the more he's going to agree with you, Ryan.
Maybe
I
that's
can't
it.
even
Maybe
get
he's just drunk.
Can't even get it out.
Well, cheers to
You
that.
know-
I got a Guinness right now, so
You know, well, I've got a Carlton draft, or as we call it here in Australia, horse piss. Okay, so
cheers.
so Provo, there's this thing going on over here where, for some reason, I've collected a look. I've collected like 15 AI songs that my chat have sent me about how gay I am and what kind
Ooh.
of gay, which is
Wow.
funny.
Well, it's okay to be gay.
Which is funny because half the time my wife's sitting beside me while we're playing the songs. I started the thing. I was trying to reclaim the word gay because back when I was a kid in the 80s, it just meant like a dickhead. It didn't. Well, before that, it meant happy. Like you could go on a gay picnic or have a gay time at a ball.
Yeah, that's
and then
right.
then it became homosexual, and then it became dickhead, and it was all fine. And then certain people started to say, if you say gay to mean someone's a dickhead, you're kind of saying that gay people. And I said, shut the fuck up. That's not what we're doing, bro.
You're right. Heard about
So I've
that.
tried to. I started that, and next thing you know, I've got 15 AI songs about how gay I am because my chat's retarded.
No,
That's
no,
all.
I love that. I love that. No, I've been trying to reclaim it as well. What were
Don't
you
you
gonna say,
think there
Radical?
is something to the idea that, like, you know, if you use a word that is like both interchangeably like bad and then referring to people whose like rights are often being eroded, that there is
Of
something
course
like
you think
about
that.
there?
Of course you
Rights
think
being eroded. Nobody's rights are being eroded. Like, this is the delusion of
Ryan,
Radical Coder.
I don't know what
Ryan,
country you
you're
guys
so
are
full
from,
of
but
shit.
in America, we
Dude.
just got gay marriage like 10 years ago, dude. And like the Supreme Court is
Oh,
being asked
gay
to overturn it
marriage.
already.
Ryan, come on! You're so full of shit here. Okay, like
How?
you don't get mad when people call you names and shit. I've seen you in debates before.
Of course not.
I've seen people accuse you of shit before. So like
Yeah.
the thing is, like, you have to get your own side to stop being so fucking sensitive about this shit.
I'm not responsible for other people. I'm responsible for myself.
I know, but dude, come on! Like, you understand what I'm saying? Don't try to debate me right now. Like, this is a casual. This is a fun
No, I'm
stream.
serious.
Okay.
I'm ready to
Like,
debate, but
I
here,
can ask.
before we go on any further, let's check with the host of the channel, Sir Kieran.
Yes, sir.
What direction would you like the show to go in? Because I've done panels, I've done things before where the show can deteriorate, but you're in charge, sir. You're the tyrant. You're the dictator, and let's follow your lead. How would you like to run the rest of the show?
Okay, well, Provo, thank you, sir. We've just reached the stage of the show where normally I begin with a bit of content, like a bit of content sharing and a little bit of reviewing wokies. You know, we drink woke tears over here for a bit, and then I post a link and people come on and the show goes whichever way the people take it. So
I love that.
Since Wagira's kind of dropped down, I'd be happy to take a
Bring him
back seat
back
for a
up.
second. No, he dropped down.
Okay, that's too
Oh,
bad.
well, he sometimes has tech issues.
Okay.
So I'd be happy to put you two side by side and see what happens. I'll step back for a little bit and
Kagera should have come back up, but I'll go one on one with
let's
Radical
do
Coder.
that.
I
Just
have
like
no
old
problem with
times.
that.
Me and
do
Pro have
that.
been doing this for years.
I'm going to drop down. Hang on. Here we go. I don't know if you can hear me when I'm backstage. I don't think
Let's
you
have
can.
some fun. Let's just hang out. Let's debate. Hey, here's the thing, Radical Coder. Like gay people, rights, things like that. You're absolutely delusional when you talk like
How
that.
do
You
you figure?
understand that? Like, we just got gay marriage. Like, oh, we
Wait, is
just
that
had
not?
rights.
Wait, I'm sorry. Do you disagree that gay marriage was just legalized in 2015?
I can't disagree with the facts. It was legalized.
Okay, so I'm not. So to be clear, I'm not delusional about gay marriage being legalized 10 years ago. I'm not delusional about that, right?
But what's the importance of that though? Like, why did they need that?
Why did they need that? Well, to have all the rights that people have when they're married, like
Okay,
being
what
able to
are
see
those
each other
rights?
in. Well, there's tax benefits, being able to see each other in hospitals, just for starters. There's childcare benefits, all sorts of things.
You think two gay men can have children?
Well, they can adopt, or they can have children from previous
Oh.
marriages. A lot of gay people come from, or like divorced from women they dated. Like gay men are divorced from women they dated or married before, and there's gay women who were divorced from men they dated before, back when it was less socially acceptable.
Okay, so maybe but we're where we are now. So what rights don't gay people have?
Right now, I think they do have most of the
All
rights.
the rights.
But
Okay, so
I would
we're
say, but
equal
like
then.
for now, you know.
Okay, so everything's good.
I mean, as long as we keep it that way. But like, if there's like the thing is, if there's people who want to remove those rights, if there's people who want gay marriage to be overturned, then we have to fight against that, right? If we want to, if you say everything's good right now, and then you would agree that going backwards would be not good, right?
So you're saying you're a conservative.
Like, yes, in some sense, I'm
So you
conservative
are
about like the Constitution of the United States. I'm conservative about conserving gay marriage. Yeah, absolutely.
So you're conservative. I got you to the point to where you're no longer a progressive.
Well, I think I'm not liberal in terms of letting people stop gay marriage. I'm intolerant to that thing. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm talking to another conservative, and that's great. So you want to
That's one way to
conserve
put it.
what we have, and I want to conserve what we have right now. So can you enlighten me to what people are being progressive about? Because I think at one point the plague with progressives is that they don't ultimately realize that they turn into conservatives, right? And so you just turned into a conservative, and you want to conserve things.
Of course.
So what do you?
Yeah, I want
what
to
do you-
conserve good institutions. Yeah.
Okay,
everyone
so
does.
what are you progressive about?
I'm progressive about wanting stronger. So I want like universal basic health or universal healthcare. I want probably better wages, better bargaining power for unions and stuff, better worker rights. I want more probably more humane solutions to the homelessness epidemic. Or just off the top of my head, better childcare, child tax credits, better like a stronger welfare state.
So let's just break down a couple of these things. So you want better child protected child care services. You also want
Absolutely,
stronger,
I care about kids, don't you?
well, I like two of the things you're arguing about can be solved with one fell swoop. So like if people get paid, you want people to get paid more, right?
Ideally, but I don't, also not at the expense of collapsing the economy, right? Like I wouldn't, if we just raise everyone's wages, like we mandate everyone to pay like, you know, triple the wages right now, then our economy would fucking collapse. So instead, what I would propose is like stronger social safety nets as we build up and give people more opportunity to start businesses and stuff like that. Maybe like better make more loans for people who are trying to start businesses, give more people like training to support those businesses. Lots of programs like this.
So you got
would be
an
good investing in.
addendum upon an addendum. But here's maybe what I'm trying to draw closer towards is that essentially, like, let's just say we solve one problem. Let's say we pay people livable wages. Wouldn't that be great?
Sure, that'll be a step in the right direction. Yeah.
So then, if you pay people livable wages, then the actual need for childcare dwindles, shouldn't it?
It would reduce. Yeah.
Yeah, it would reduce that problem. So like you on your forefront, right? You want to solve all these problems at once. But if you solve
No,
one
absolutely
problem,
not. I don't think all these problems can be solved all at once. I think they're problems that we need to move towards.
okay, so but let's just focus here. If we bring most people to livable wages, how much of a issue is childcare? If you can have a family with one person working and one person at home, is childcare really an issue? Like, so you want to fund all these problems, right?
I don't think everybody has a situation where they have one parent thing. I don't think everyone wants that situation. Like I think a lot of people, they want both parents to be able to work and do like live their own lives and have their own careers.
No, so I'm a stay-at-home dad.
Awesome. Love that for you, King.
It is. And I think stay-at-home moms are wonderful too. I think the idea
agree.
that both parents should work is dystopian.
I think
this idea
if
that
both parents
people
want to work, I think if both parents want to work, then they should be able to, right?
I don't think both parents actually want to work.
Okay, well, maybe, but like it sounds like there are people who feel differently. I mean, I would agree.
You think
Maybe
both
everyone
people
would
wanna
prefer a
have
world where they don't have to go to work, but
I think
there's
it's just
something to that.
strange for two people to have children and then to say to themselves that they don't want to raise those kids. That seems kind of disconnected, right? Like,
What do
oh,
you mean don't want
let's
to
have
raise
a
those
family.
kids? Wait, you can raise kids and have a job, right?
One person should
Do you
always
feel?
be at home.
You said you're a stay-at-home dad, so your wife works.
That's correct.
Do you think she's not raising your kids?
She's raising them in the capacity she's able to, but I am the primary.
So she is raising. So when you say that, like people like wouldn't be raising their kids, like that's just not true, right? Even in your own example.
Well,
like,
I was
obviously,
raised by
your wife is
I
raising
was
your kids
raised
as
by
well.
two career individuals. So both my parents are
Me
a
too.
doctor and a lawyer.
Based.
So I was raised by a daycare.
Okay. I mean, I spent a lot of
Are
time.
you
with
a
both my
daycare
parents, but-
kid? I'm a
my dad
daycare.
worked. My dad ran a shop, and I like lived in the shop basically when he was working. Like I hung out
Okay,
with all
well,
the
I'm
cars
a
and shit.
daycare product. All
Yeah.
right. So I even though I had a good
I thought it was
experience.
a Tylenol.
No, I did have Tylenol as a child. But so I disavow that. I disavow the idea that both, and that's a boomer idea. The boomer idea is that you can have everything all at once. And that's what boomers were sold. And millennials and even Gen Z, you can have a career, you can have a family, you can do all the things at once. But the reality is, like, the boomers were sold a lie.
But
You
it sounds
can't
like
have.
that's what your wait. It sounds like you just described what your wife is doing.
Just want to interject, boys. Prov, I just want to make one correction. I love
Go ahead.
where you guys are going. That wasn't the boomers; it was Gen X. I'm a Gen X. The boomers were my parents, and they were still the one parent working, one parent stay at home. I was Gen X, and we were the ones who were told both parents can work, and it'll all be fine, and you do what you want. To Ryan's point, that if both parents want to work, it isn't about what you want when you have kids. It's about what's best for the kids. And Gen X was taught, do what's good for you. That's just one little interjection.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
Okay,
it.
bro. I'm going
I
backstage.
think it's a great point. I think it's a great side note, but like I would argue that what is best for your kids is also to have fully like thriving parents who are their own people as well. Like you want, because you want a good example of what you can become as a kid, and as like what you want to see in your parents, you know, good role models, which would include people who are, you know, fully self what's the word, like they're manifesting themselves, like they are living out what they want to do in the world. They are being the people who they are and expressing that in a productive way, and like supporting society through that. I think that's a good thing for kids to see, right?
You know what, I don't
Actualized. Yes, Kieran, actualized, exactly. Thank you.
I don't find disagreement with that.
Thanks.
So I guess we could take this conversation in a lot of different places. I think we can find agreement in a lot of ways. But I want to bring it back full circle to kind of my point, though, is that with the progressive idea of like how to solve these problems, they try to solve all the problems all at once, right?
You keep
Where
saying that, but I don't see that. I feel like they're all problems that progressives are focused on, but they're not like, hey, we're not doing like one big beautiful bill to solve all these problems, right? Like somebody.
Okay, that's fine, right? But I see it a different way, and you can't find common ground, or you can't see my perspective. Is that what you're telling me?
Can you tell me more about like where that perspective comes from, that they're trying to do all at once, and like what that looks like in practice?
So, so like let's talk about homelessness. So how do you solve homelessness?
I mean, I think you want to focus on prevention ideally, but you also have to focus on like what kind of humane processes we can do to like house people who might even be like, there are going to be some homeless people who are like unwilling. We got to figure out some way to. I mean, we might have to do some sort of like institution potentially for certain people. But in general, I think criminalizing homelessness is not the move. I don't like that.
Okay. So for me to solve homelessness, I think the number one thing you need to do is to stabilize the country. Right. So I think
That seems like really vague. What do you mean by that?
I think to stabilize the country is actually very simple. Is you freeze all, and I don't even agree with the current policy of our government in the United States, but you freeze everything that has to do with creating jobs within our country, H-1B visas, everything like that. You freeze everything, and you allow our country to stabilize itself, and you
What
give
does that
people
mean?
an opportunity.
Like, wait, no offense, Provo, do you have like an economics background at all?
Yeah, I've taken an economics class, maybe two.
Okay, so what do you mean by like stopping all job creation and stable? Like, it sounds like they would literally do the opposite.
So I would freeze any immigration into the United States.
Why?
Why? Because immigration impacts every part of our economy. So right now,
Yeah.
you're a millennial, right?
I sure am. Yeah, 33 years young.
How hard is it for you to buy a house?
I mean, it's I mean,
very
right now I couldn't afford a house, but like, I mean, last year
right.
I probably could have afforded it if I stuck with the job that I had last year. I was making 6 figures.
That's right. That's right. Maybe you could have. But when you bring millions of people in our country and you have people like BlackRock buying houses and renting them out to people, what do you think that does to your ability to afford a house when we're being flooded with illegal immigrants and rent is going through the roof? You actually, and jobs are becoming more scarce. Your
You think
value
illegal
of
immigrants are ruining the housing market?
100%. If you can't
What
see that,
houses are
you're
they
blind.
buying?
They're renting, and they're renting the houses BlackRock is buying.
Illegal immigrants are renting houses
And apartments. That's right. That you, as an American citizen, would normally be able to get at a fair price. And it's amazing, like people like you can't see that.
You think so? You think houses that, like a house that I would want to buy, is currently
Can
being
you
lived in
tell
by an
me-
illegal immigrant? Is what you're saying?
Can you tell me, and search it if you can't find it, but just give me a guess on how many millions of illegal immigrants are in the United States?
I've heard estimates anywhere from 10 to 20 million.
20 million. You don't think that impacts your ability to buy a house or get a rent at a place at a fair price?
Well, illegal immigrants are overrepresented in like fields like construction and stuff. So if anything, they're probably contributing to there being more housing. Is like if there was, we might need to do a little bit of like regulation
Oh,
adjustments to allow for more housing to be built. But I mean, they work in construction a lot, so I don't know that that's they're actually hurting that.
Can you answer my question though? You don't think
Mm-hmm.
they're impacting your ability to buy a house or to get
That's
an
what I'm saying. I
apartment
think they're probably impacting it positively by the way they're contributing to the economy.
positively?
Yeah.
And you haven't seen the issues with new houses being built all across the country. You're not aware of those issues, I assume.
What specific issue? I mean, there are obviously tons of issues in the housing market.
Poor
What are you
building,
referring to?
lack of actual technical knowledge on how to create, frame, and do all of these typical things. They're cheap labor. So you know what cheap labor does? Cheap work.
Well, it depends. If it has good leadership, it can do a lot, actually.
I can give you a few different things. Hold on. I see a few icons in the backstage. I don't know why Grace Thorpe is here. That's
No
awesome.
I was just about to I was waiting for a gap in the conversation. I had to
You
confirm
found
that,
us, Provo.
well, I had
That's
to
absolutely wild.
I had to confirm with Grace that it was Grace and not some troll. And
That's crazy.
she's
What
done
a
the
reunion.
thing.
Holy shit.
So
This is how Provo and
so-
I know each other, is from the Thorpes.
Are you
Yeah,
live
well-
right now, Ryan, on your channel?
I am streaming right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she found this channel through you.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Grace made the claim in the private chat that Radical Coda has been running from Grace on the issue of abortion.
Ooh.
I did leave her on red.
see her?
I did leave her on red on Twitter, on X.
Whoa.
That is correct.
What's up, girl?
Wow. Look at this, dude.
Hi,
Hey,
Ryan.
you can
Wow,
put me
this is cute.
backstage.
Look at
I'll let these
us.
two duke it out.
No, Provo, I want you here to be moderator.
Okay, cool. I'll moderate.
Are we gonna do the abortion debate right now?
Well, I don't know why you've been running away from
just
it.
1 second, Grace. Just 1 second, Grace.
Sure.
Okay, we'll do this. We'll do Grace v Ryan on abortion, and Provo can moderate. Okay, I'll see you guys soon.
Okay.
Just like old times. Look at this. All right. So yeah, I guess if I'm taking the affirmative, I believe abortion should remain legal. Or do you want to take the affirmative and say abortion should be made illegal? How do you want to frame this?
I don't think it's so much of a legal question, because I don't think that if the majority of society wants something to be legal, that you should force it to be not legal against their will. So I don't take it as so much of a legal issue, more the morality of the situation. And I have
Okay,
one
so-
simple question for you.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Do you know what percentage of people, like, let's say you are pregnant and you realize that your child has Down syndrome, which is not a serious illness or deformity, and your child may
Well,
live to 50 or 60 years. Do you know what percentage of people who find out that their child is Down syndrome in the womb kill the child? Do you know what percentage that is?
Pray tell.
Do you have any guess?
I have no clue.
Just guess. Just any percentage that you think it might be.
I'm agnostic. I'm completely agnostic. I have no idea where it's at.
Do you think it's above 50% or below?
Could be above 50. I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
It's 90%.
Okay.
Now, my position here is that that statistic tells you all that you need to know about what abortion really is. Because Down syndrome is, by anybody human, considered to be the happy gene. It creates the most sweet, loving person that you could ever imagine, who will remain a toddler, basically, mentally, for your entire life. And for a mother, any mother with a soul would be overjoyed at the idea of having a person in their life who would basically remain at the level of 5 to 8 years old and be completely dependent on them and totally and utterly loving of them for their entire lives, which, because of modern technology and medicine, can be up to 60 years old. But 90% of babies who have Down syndrome that is found in the womb before birth are killed. This is a program of eugenics, not of choice. That's all you need to know. It is not life-threatening. It does not affect the life of the mother. These children are sweethearts
That's right.
who are utterly dependent and loving and funny and cute. And 90% of them are killed mercilessly by their mothers. 1/3 of my generation has been killed by our mothers. I'm lucky to have survived. But 90% of those sweet children are killed for no reason. That is my fucking argument against abortion. What is your response?
I would say, Grace, I think you are contributing to a culture that makes it more likely that Down syndrome children will be aborted, based on everything you just said right here. I think the characterization, the stigma that you're pushing forward about Down syndrome people, about them being helpless, utterly defenseless people, they're like childlike for their entire lives. I think Down syndrome people, there's Down syndrome, I believe, is a wide spectrum that impacts people in a large variety of different ways. And this idea that they're utterly dependent in every single way well, there is absolutely some truth to that. That a lot of Down syndrome people are extremely dependent.
But Ryan, they are mentally retarded. That's like retarded meaning slower. They are stuck in the 5 to 10-year-old level of mentality for their entire lives. That's just an objective fact about Down syndrome people. It's not an insult. It's just true.
Might be that might. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not super well read on the particulars of Down syndrome. My understanding is that, again, that's a wider spectrum than that.
Could be 13, maybe 14 years old, Ryan. Right, wider
but
spectrum.
even if that is the case, right? When you say eugenics, you understand eugenics is a state enforced procedure, like a state enforced program where you're forcing people to have abortions if they have like a Down syndrome or a undesirable by any means child.
Not necessarily. The people themselves can adopt eugenics. It doesn't have to be state enforced. It's a mentality. It can be state enforced.
Not to get an abortion, and they have then you're not doing eugenics to those people, right? You're not doing eugenics to Down syndrome people. But again, I think the way you describe Down syndrome people,
my point is eugenics. No, it's not necessarily state sponsored or state enforced. My point is that the people who do kill their Down syndrome children, which is 90%, are performing eugenics. There's no reason to get rid of that child other than you don't want to have a weirdo kid, a kid who's not like the other ones, a kid who needs more stuff, a kid who doesn't look like the other ones. And that is fucking disgusting. And I think you, as a liberal, would stand up for those who are weak, for those who are odd, for those who are different, for those who are marginalized, instead of championing the murder of 90% of them. How would you feel if 90% of living Down syndrome people were murdered in cold blood? How would you feel about that?
It's a strong line.
Good about that.
Strong line of attack by Grace Thorpe here, Ryan. It's a strong line of attack. And by the way, I just got to cut in real quick. Did you build your computer system into a weight lifting thing, or like what is this? Is that actually what that is?
I live in a squat rack.
Dude, that is absolutely insane, dude. Holy smokes! Let's not detract from this, but I can't believe this.
Well,
I think the Grace.
Hang on, bro.
Oh, okay.
While we're picking on Ryan, I want to say, bro, it's good to see you wearing a t-shirt that actually fits.
Ooh.
I literally wear smalls. It's all the time. I don't know what you mean. They're all small. It's all the same size.
So, well, let's get down to basics. Okay, so Grace, I'm gonna correct one thing you said about Down syndrome children. You know, they're the cutest and the funniest and the most adorable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my wife's watching on the telly out in the lounge room.
Sure.
And she spent 9 years working in disability, and she came in and she said, "No, Kieran, some Downies are fucking assholes."
Oh, sure. Sure. Down syndrome people are people. People can be assholes.
Correct.
I agree. They can be assholes.
So stop othering. Stop othering. No, not overall.
They are.
She's othering and she's dehumanizing.
She's
othering Downers.
They are dependent and they are mentally disabled. There's nothing wrong with
So am I. So what?
True that.
You are not mentally disabled like a Down syndrome person is, sir.
Not like a Down syndrome, but in my own way. Like we're all,
yes.
Yeah, we're all in our own
Yeah,
way.
there's hold on, Kieran. I gotta push back.
No.
If you do stuff like
no,
that,
I
Kieran,
disagree. You are not mentally disabled like a Down syndrome person is. Like you're not. You're
I'll say
obviously
this.
not.
Someone clip that.
I'll
Get
say
a Down
this.
syndrome person on here and compare them to you. You're
What-
just not. It's like it's just a matter of fact. It's not an insult to you or a Down syndrome person. It's just different. You've
No
got to be
offense-
fucking kidding me.
No offense, Kieran. No offense to Ryan, but Ryan's progressive views and everything that has to do with progressive culture is eroding normality, right? So when everybody starts saying, "I'm disabled," "I'm autistic," "I'm
Yeah, cool.
neurodiverse," and that's
Wait, Provo,
what.
aren't you autistic?
That's right, dude.
Okay, so aren't you doing
I was
this?
being hyperbolic.
But dude,
I was being hyperbolic, and also Katie, who's standing here behind me, she's poking her head in. Come on, then, love. She also points out that some Down syndrome kids live independently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, I think it's a great point.
Some of them
yeah.
do.
And can I ask Ryan?
I think
What does that
Which
have
is
to do
real
with
quick,
my
'cause
point?
I've
What
been
does
quiet
that
for a
have to
minute.
do with
I'll
my
tell you.
point?
I'll tell
Just
you why.
because somebody's an asshole doesn't mean they should be.
Calm
fucking
down,
Grace,
Grace. Grace, you've spoken a lot. Okay, please let me respond a little bit. Okay. So what I was pointing out in my first. Okay, go ahead. Make your point again. Thank you.
One thing. My point is simply that they are killed.
He's out of control, dude. I don't know what to do.
Excuse me,
Grace, the
sir.
military.
Are you're not part of the? This is not a debate, including you. Provost, the moderator.
It's
I don't
literally
know
his
who you
show.
are. Oh, my bad. Sorry, I thought it was Provost's show. My bad. Sorry, I didn't know who you were. My point is simply Down syndrome
Didn't
people are
know who I
not
was.
saints. Down syndrome people are not saints. They are simply. My point is they are killed in the womb for the sole purpose, for the sole reason that they are Down syndrome, not for any other reason, and that is disgusting. That is disgusting, and that is why.
Well, Grace, here's a question. Grace, hang on,
Strongest argument
Katie. Hang on,
against
Katie.
abortion.
Katie, hang on. Grace, here's a question.
Katie, come back. Katie, come back in the room.
Yeah, Katie.
You wanna-
Katie,
Let
definitely
Katie
stay.
talk. I'm fine to talk.
No,
to
Grace,
Katie.
hang
I
on.
want to hear
Grace,
from Katie.
I want to hear from Grace. Okay, Grace. What do you think about the children that are killed in the womb because the mum didn't want them?
It's disgusting.
It's her choice, though. It's her body. It's her choice.
It's not her body, and it's not her choice.
Clip that.
Yeah, she's not. I don't think she's pro-abortion in other cases either. Like that's the.
No, I'm
fair
not.
point,
I
fair
just
point.
think that I think that the 90% killing of Down syndrome children is the strongest argument against abortion, but I am against it for other reasons, of course.
But
Why is
any
it-
child, whether they have Down syndrome or not, why are you picking out a Down syndrome child?
Because the fact that 90% of them are killed in the womb just for the sole reason of being Down syndrome, and if they weren't Down syndrome, they likely would not have had the abortion.
Yeah, but what about all
find
the ones?
that
What about all the
morally
ones?
offensive?
What
as a
about all the
woman.
ones? What about as a woman? Shut up. What about all the ones who were killed because the
Okay.
mum? Yeah, no, really. As a woman, get the
Yeah,
fuck
you
out.
got
Yes,
the
as a
wrong
woman
one.
with 5 siblings and a motherly instinct, I find
Yeah.
that morally reprehensible.
As a father with 2 daughters and a mother and a sister, I find that morally reprehensible.
How
So
many Down
what?
syndrome
Katie,
people have
please.
you seen in the world?
I don't know, probably 5 or so.
Right. So that's where you are. I'm talking in the world. There are a lot of Down syndrome people walking and existing. So not everybody is killing fucking Down syndrome people, mate.
90% of them are!
90%! Oh my god!
Show me your fucking
Hang on,
stats.
stop. Calm down. Calm
Are
down.
you
Please.
advocating for the murder of Down syndrome children in the
Are
womb?
you
just for
fucking
the-
kidding me? I've
Stop.
worked with them.
Stop, girl. Stop.
Okay, so
Yeah.
why are you arguing
Yes,
with
Grace.
me?
Yes, Grace.
Why are
That's
you
what she
arguing
said.
with me?
That's
I
what
can
she
explain
said.
why.
This
Can I
is
please
good.
explain?
Why is
Wait,
she
I've
arguing
really
with
been
me?
sitting back. I'm
Good, brought
supposed
it
to be
out.
debating me and Grace, right? Can I chime in for a second? This was my exact point. I 100% agree with what you guys are saying, and the way that Grace is representing these people is absolutely disgusting. And this is why I'm accusing Grace of contributing to this insane rate of this stigma of Down syndrome people. If anything, Grace,
respond
right
to
now, in your attempt to own me in a debate, which has failed miserable, by the way, you have increased the likelihood that someone hears what you have to say, believes it, and then thinks, well, I don't want to raise that Down syndrome child because of the
I
way
can
Grace
respond to
described
that.
how terrible
I can
it is.
respond to that. I have no argument. I really don't against
true.
a woman.
True.
If she says this kid is cute, sweet, dependent, and will have a childlike mentality for their entire life, and relies on me for 90%, and has a large difficulty functioning in regular life, but
Sure.
is totally is genuinely very sweet and childlike, and some kids are assholes, sure, but generally speaking, are sweet. If a woman says, "Well, I don't want to raise that," I honestly I have no argument for that. I think she's a disgusting person. I don't have an argument. I don't. I really don't. If you would not kill your kid, but because it's Down syndrome, you'd kill it, I really don't have an argument. I just think that's disgusting.
Okay, fair enough. I've been listening. So Grace, let's go one step further. Let's say you were pregnant, or a woman. Let's not make it personal. Say a woman was
You can make
pregnant.
it personal. I don't care.
No.
Okay, sure.
A woman's pregnant. The doctors, after the ultrasound and the test, they come and say, "Look, we have bad news. Your child's going to be born non-verbal, has club feet, won't be able to walk, and will probably have a miserable life until they're about 2 years old. Then they're probably going to die." Do you think the mother would be justified?
See, I simply don't understand the logic.
Can
I'll
you
try to
answer
be
the
sympathetic
question?
here.
Can you answer the question?
I
No,
don't. Hold on a
Katie,
second.
stop.
I don't
Just
think
answer
the
the
mother
question.
would be justified, but I
Okay,
don't
good.
understand why would you personally take the responsibility of killing that child when you could let life kill it and say, I tried the best I could? Why would you personally want to say, I'm going to kill it so it has no
I didn't
chance?
say I would. I didn't say I would.
So
I'm
I
actually
don't
on
think it
your
would be
side.
justified.
I'm actually on your side.
Yeah, okay. I don't even see why a woman would do that just out of a personal sense of like selfishness. Like, I don't want to be guilty for that child's death. If life kills it, okay, that's fine. But I don't want to kill it. Why would I want that on my conscience? You know what I mean?
Okay, well now I've got to clarify something. So, Grace, are you pro-life?
Yes, obviously.
Okay, Ryan, which way do you go? You pro-life or you pro-abortion?
I'm pro-choice. I wouldn't say I'm pro-abortion. Hang on, real quick. I wouldn't say I'm pro-abortion because I
He is
believe
pro-abortion. Don't mince words, Ryan. You're
let me be
pro-abortion.
clear. Let me be clear. I think it's fair to let me represent myself correctly. I don't think abortion is a good thing, and I think the way that we reduce abortion is through comprehensive sex ed and access to contraception.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
let me
Ryan,
ask you a question. Can I ask him a question?
Hang on, Grace. No, I'll ask.
Okay.
So, Ryan, do you think if a woman gets pregnant at like 19, she's not really financially stable, she's still in college, she has a whole life ahead of her, and she decides, I would rather terminate the pregnancy? Is that the kind of thing you're advocating for?
I think that the best way to prevent that is, again, access to contraception.
Do you
I would
think
allow
yes
that.
or
Yes,
no?
I believe that should be legal to do.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Can I ask you a
Just
question,
like most
Ryan?
Americans do, by
Can
the
I
way.
ask
Just
you a
like the vast
question,
majority of
Ryan?
Americans.
Let me just ask you a question about the psychology of that, right?
Hey guys,
Here's what I
actually-
don't understand.
before
Wait,
you-
Provo,
before
let me
you-
make this point. It's really
Hang on, Grace. Let him say something.
I actually have to go. It's I hit my marker. I got to go. I appreciate Kieran, Radical Coder, and Grace. Grace, always great to see you. Hopefully you're
Great reunion.
doing
Nice
well.
to see you, Provo. I missed you.
Radical
Look at
Coder.
us.
This
How
is a
far
great
we've all come.
conversation, and this is fun.
fallen.
This is actually fun. This is a thing, conversations that need to happen, and I think Kieran's providing a great space for it. And the wonderful lady you have next to you, God bless you, Kieran. I didn't catch her name.
That's Katie.
Katie.
Katie. We love Katie.
Katie. Dude, I'm a big fan of the Down Under. So God bless you all. Have a great night. And everybody, before you go, make sure you hit like, subscribe. And if you're watching on a different channel, head over to Kieran's channel. Give him a like, give him a subscribe, help this guy grow his channel. He could use it, and I'll support it on my end. God bless you all. Have a wonderful week ahead. And tomorrow is Sunday. So hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy.
Thanks, man.
Provo.
Appreciate
Bye,
it.
Provo. All right,
Right,
Ryan,
we've
let
got-
me ask you a quick question about what you said about the 19-year-old. Okay, here's my question. As a woman, here's what I don't understand. Let's say you're 19, you get pregnant. Okay, I get that you might not be financially stable. The guy is not he's not going to stay in your life as the father. I get all that. Here's what I don't understand. As a woman, right? Why would you not just carry the pregnancy to term and give it up for adoption? Why kill it? I simply don't understand why you think that's a better option for women. Because then you have that death on your conscience when you could just carry it to term. You know, you're only really suffering from a pregnancy, if you want to call it that, from like 5 to 9 months. So it's 4 months of like discomfort if you want to, if it's a bad pregnancy.
It's 9 months of discomfort, arguably.
No, not until like the 5-month mark. You really don't notice it or see it.
Sure, it gets
until then.
worse. It gets worse over that time.
If
but
you
I mean,
want to say it's worse, fine. If
things
you
to
want to
start for you,
characterize it
really.
as a disease, fine. That's fine.
I don't.
But
I don't.
why not just carry it, have birth, and give it, or even have a C-section and give it up for adoption? Why
Well,
kill
C-section
it?
number one
I
is an
simply
extremely
don't
intrusive
understand.
procedure. Well,
I
number
don't
one,
understand.
pregnancy is extremely intrusive alone. There's a lot of risks.
No,
involved
it's
in pregnancy.
not.
We
It's
do have
very
an increasing.
healthy.
We actually have an increasing maternal mortality rate in the United States, especially in Texas. I believe sepsis pregnancies have gone up by like something like 33%. It's absolutely insane.
But
ever
Ryan,
since the
pregnancy is
abortion
a
laws were-
natural thing that women's bodies are built for.
What does that matter?
correct?
So is cancer. Cancer is natural too.
No, it's not. It's literally your
Of course
body
it is.
rebelling against
People
you.
naturally
It's not
develop
natural.
cancer. People naturally
Women's
develop
bodies
cancer.
are built for pregnancy, not for cancer. We can agree
Yes,
on that,
I understand that, but yeah, okay, yes, I
So
understand. I'm just saying, like,
it's not a
the point is that
disease.
calling
Your body is
I
built
never
for it.
called it a disease. Stop putting words in my mouth, Grace. Okay, listen.
Well, you're making it
Stop
sound
putting
like that.
things
You're
in my mouth.
comparing it to cancer, which is a
I'm
disease,
not-
but okay.
No, I was
Go ahead.
pointing out that it's natural. Arguing that it's natural doesn't mean anything. Me not being able to see without contacts and glasses, that's natural. Natural doesn't mean anything. It would be natural also for mothers to die in giving childbirth sometimes, it does happen a lot, right?
It
happen
does not
more in the
happen
United
a
States.
lot.
It
does not
happens
happen a
more in the
lot
United States than it does in
as
other
a
developed countries.
percentage of
Yeah,
births. It does
But
not
besides the
happen.
fact that the maternal
hang on,
mortality
kids.
rate isn't even.
Hang on,
real
kids.
quick,
Hang
Jared,
on,
if I
hang
can.
on.
Okay,
hang on,
yeah, sure.
Ryan. It happens more in Western countries today because women are having children later. That's why.
I'm actually not sure about that. From the research I've done,
Yeah,
it seems like
I'm
the
sure about it. Yeah,
ideal
I'm sure
time
about
for
it.
people, the safest time for women to give birth is actually between 25 to 33.
No, it's
and
earlier.
people-
It's earlier. It's earlier.
Well, people say that, but I don't think the data backs that up. Do you have data that supports what you're saying?
Ryan,
No,
you're
it's
deflecting.
fucking
You're
obvious.
deflecting. Answer my question.
I'm engaging
I'm
with what
just
Kieran said. It's
asking
not
you.
deflection.
I'm asking you, psychologically speaking, why would you prefer a woman to kill the child than to just carry it to term and give it up for adoption? She never has to see it again. She never has to think about it again. And that death is not on her conscience. If you care about women, why would you not advocate for them to just suffer the 5 months if you want to? It's not like being pregnant is like gets you shamed and it's a bastard child. Like it's not. We don't live in the 1800s.
First of all, that's not true. That's obviously
That
not
is
true, right?
That is true. If anything, you would be like, "Wow, she's pregnant." Like, "Wow, like nobody's ever pregnant." You get
Where's
special
the dad?
treatment.
Tons of people are pregnant. Like,
No,
people be like,
no.
"Where's
If
the
you're
dad?
pregnant
Who's
for
the dad?
5
Who's
months,
the father?
you give birth.
Are you
and
married?
give it
How
up
long have
for
you guys been
adoption.
married? Like, there's a lot of social shame
there-
in teenage pregnancy, for example.
Okay, maybe teenage pregnancy, but you said
Yeah, and
19
young
year old
unmarried pregnancy as well.
I understand a 19-year-old is technically a teenager. But
Have you ever?
That's
I
not
mean,
what we
Grace,
mean by
we used to
teenage
go on all these
pregnancy.
fucking weird ass red pill
Stop deflecting.
adjacent podcasts
Just
together.
answer my question.
You understand how much single
Just
mothers get
answer-
shamed, right?
Just answer my question. No, I'm not.
I will.
This is the question. This is the difference. I'm not talking about single mothers. You have birth.
Mm-hmm.
You give it up for adoption. You totally can in America, and you never have to see it or think about it ever again.
Well, that whole not
Why
thinking about it, that's kind of a
would
hopeful
that
thing. But besides the point.
Not be a better choice than having a death of a child on your conscience. I'm speaking
So it
as
might
a
be.
woman.
It might be a better choice.
Why? How on earth would killing the child ever be a better choice?
No, that's
than
what I'm saying.
just
I'm saying
giving
that,
it up
like,
for adoption.
yeah, I'm saying giving up for adoption might be a better choice. But what the key word there is choice. And you are being so flippant about the process of pregnancy. Everyone knows.
But you're not
pregnancy is a
answering my
life-altering-
question.
I am answering
No,
it. I am
asked you a
answering it.
specific question.
You're not
How
letting me.
would
You're not letting me
killing
talk.
Okay,
ever
kids,
be a
hang
better
on,
choice
hang on,
in
kids. So
your
Ryan,
worldview?
Ryan, the key word isn't choice. The key word is responsibility. It's not all about choice, bro.
Okay, well,
It's
that's not
about
what Grace was. Grace wasn't asking about responsibility, right?
Yeah, it's about responsibility. Yeah.
Okay, well, I was trying to answer Grace's question. We can talk about responsibility. Like, we can have that debate. That's a separate debate, right?
Yeah. Do you think a pregnant woman has a responsibility to care for the unborn child and bring it to maturation and birth it?
In like a strictly moral sense, maybe.
It's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question.
I don't
Does a pregnant woman?
I don't think it is. I don't think.
Hang on, bro.
I
If a
don't know.
woman-
I think it's more complex than that. I
No,
don't
it's
think.
not.
I don't think that they have the responsibility through like any legal Like I would never want the state to force someone to carry to term. I'm against that. That's my issue.
Do you think if a woman gets pregnant, she has a responsibility to care for the unborn child, gestate it to maturity, and birth it?
If she intends to, yeah.
What do you mean if she intends?
He's not answering straight up.
I know. You won't.
I'm
no,
saying
you're not.
it's a conditional. It's like I believe that
He's
they have the
saying
right to end
yes
that
unless
process.
she doesn't want to.
Yes,
Which means
literally,
no.
yeah.
Which means no.
Okay.
She hasn't,
If by your definition of responsibility that means no, that's fine. Yeah, I'll bite that bullet. Yeah.
So she doesn't. So she doesn't have that duty or that responsibility.
Sure.
Her duty is to live her best life, her fullest life.
I don't think that's a duty. I think it's just like a good thing that humanity can do.
My point is, Ryan, if you care about women, right? If you care about women being happy, why would anyone suggest that having the death, like once you're pregnant, there's
I'll tell
no
you
getting
why.
around it. You
Whenever
can't
you're
get
ready.
around it. You either have to kill it or bring it to term. You can't just pretend it didn't happen, right? So if you kill it, you have a murder on your conscience. And you can say, oh, I didn't know it was a murder. All women know it's murder. They know what they're doing. They know when they go in there that they're killing their own kid. And if they ever have kids, they're going to know that that baby could have been their baby, right? Or they can just bring it to term and give it up for adoption and never see it again. And they don't have to have that murder in their conscience. How would having a murder on your conscience ever be a better concept for women? How would it
So
ever
are
make
you
them
aware?
happier?
Are you aware of the data regarding whether or not people regret abortions?
I am aware it is short-term data, so it's like a couple years after the abortion. And here's a news flash. If you do something that's
I think we have much
criminal,
longer term data
if
than
you
that. I don't think
do
that's true.
something that is bad, you're likely to say it worked out for me because you don't want to
Okay,
admit
so
you made a bad
so
decision.
you know better than
Just
them, is what you're
like,
telling
hold
us.
on a second. Just
Grace
like
knows better than the women.
Hold on a second. Just like when you go
Yeah,
to
because
college.
I mean, I'm sorry,
when
I haven't
go
let you
to
talk very much
college-
this time,
hold
so I
on.
understand.
When you go to college, you might say, I don't really like this college. But when you go back to your hometown, you're going to tell everybody, I love my college. Because you don't want to admit you made a bad decision. So those statistics about
Wait,
women
we're talking about like anonymous
women
polling, right?
representing their own feedback about their abortions are very tricky to determine whether they're actually
Yeah, they
true or
lie.
not.
They lie because
Why would
Okay,
you
well,
want to?
again,
Why
you
would
guys
you
think you
admit
know
that
better.
made a
You
bad
guys are alleging
decision?
you know better. What I know is that the data suggests that people don't regret getting an abortion if they wanted
My
it.
data.
They
Switching
also
out
don't
for my
regret
dad.
having the
The
child if
heavy
they wanted
hitter
to.
is here, Radical.
All right,
Buckle
here
up.
comes
Wait,
Benjamin.
no. Wait,
Oh
wait,
my
wait.
God.
Before you go, Grace, before you go, put your headphones back on. Put your headphones back on, Grace. I'll
Oh,
say
Dave,
it.
you missed it. You missed it.
No, I only got one thing to say. When you say if you care about women, blah, 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 if you cared about people with Down syndrome, you'd advocate for their lives to be improved and to be better. If you cared about people with Down syndrome, you would advocate for their well-being. Not once ever have I ever before today heard Grace advocate for the well-being of Down syndrome people. So I understand how Katie got like pissed off about that. It's purely performative, yeah. It's completely disingenuous, and it just all looks like a
Would
massive.
you shut the fuck up? Why don't you shut your fucking
Sorry.
mouth for a minute?
No,
Shut
she's
the
100%
fuck up.
right. No,
Cam,
your
I'm
daughter
gonna
was
shut-
absolutely increasing the stigma about Down syndrome people in an embarrassing, disgusting way, Ben, and you should be ashamed.
I don't agree with you on a lot of stuff, Brian.
Fine,
but
yeah, I wouldn't expect
mean,
you to.
I think everyone in chat can see. how
Okay, Dave, hang on.
informative
So, hey, Thorpe.
Go on, Ben.
Okay.
I got a question.
Okay.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut this guy up.
Go on,
Fuck
show your
this guy.
masculinity, Ben. Go for it.
Dave, calm the fuck down for a second. What's his name? Fucking Ben? Is it Ben?
Yeah, Ben. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ben, shut the fuck up for a second. This is my panel. How about saying hello? How about saying
I didn't
g'day?
realize that. I thought it was Ryan's panel.
Yeah,
Your
well, how
panel,
about
no
you shut
problem.
up and say hello? Nice to meet you, sir.
I have a question for Ryan. Can I ask him?
You can begin by saying hello, sir.
One question for Ben, and then I'll go.
Suck my dick!
Well, I was just about to ask you. The question was, why are you gay, Ben? Why are you gay? And then you asked me why asked me to suck your dick. Well, you didn't answer the why. Anyway, God bless you all, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks,
Take
Dave.
care, buddy.
Yeah, Dave can fuck off.
Yeah, sorry about these guys. These are long-term antagonists, people I used to do content with years ago, and they've never really let me live it down. Constantly trying to leach off my growth now that their dying careers are
Yeah, well,
really
he's
scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Well, right now he's backstage, and now he's not. So fuck off, you cunt. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? Who does he fucking think he is? He looks like shit.
A lot more than he actually is. That's what he thinks.
Actually, Ryan, I know who he is.
Yeah,
I know
I
who he is.
figured.
Man, fuck that guy. Get the fuck out of here. I thought things were going pretty good. Thought the conversation was okay between you and Grace and me. It was all going okay. And this fucking motherfucker comes up here thinking he's going to be he's going to come here and swing his dick. He can get fucked. Yeah,
I thought it was a good conversation. I was a little, I felt underutilized perhaps throughout the conversation.
Underutilized. That's
but
What do you
But I
mean?
mean, I did think it was a productive. I especially appreciated that we were on the same page, like you, me, and Katie, about the way that she was using Down syndrome people to make this kind of like edge case argument against abortion. Like, despite no matter how you feel about abortion, like just the way she was characterizing Down syndrome people, I really think is like contributing. Like, if someone heard her say all that and they believed everything she said about Down syndrome people, they're going to be more likely to get an abortion if they find out they have a Down syndrome baby. Like, and what we should want to do is actually reduce the stigma so that people are less likely to abort a child that they find out could have Down syndrome, because there are plenty of people who have Down syndrome who live completely fulfilling lives, who are not this drain on their parents in the way that Grace described in a very happy tone, but
she
in a
was
really
making
distressing way.
She was making them kind of exotic. You can have a Downy baby who's so cute and loving. It's just wrong, bro. Me and Katie, like I said, Katie was working with these people for like 10 years, and I'd call in at lunchtime to see her and her crew. They're all in wheelchairs. Some are verbal, some aren't, some are, and we would talk shit, bro. I had these little cunts in wheelchairs fucking flipping me off. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, I've shot the shit with some Down syndrome people. Yeah, I mean, like, again, it's just such a huge variety. Like, it's such a massive spectrum. To just paint it like with such a broad brush was it clearly was just like a debate tactic, you know.
Yeah, but I did think Grace was onto something with the whole abortion concept, because she was kind of saying that killing a baby. Now this is going to come to the question of, when does life begin? It always comes back to that.
Well,
now, personally,
I don't know if we've debated abortion, Kieran, particularly, but
no, we haven't.
I actually don't. I believe it's a life, basically from conception. I give it even more a weight. I just value the autonomy of the woman to not like be forced to yield her organs to that child more than I value the life of that growing life. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
see, that language is wrong. Yield her organs. That's wrong. That's a way of dehumanizing being a mother.
But isn't she doing that? Like, regardless of whether you feel about the language, like it is true. That's what's happening. Like, she is agreeing to lend her body to help this child grow, right? She is doing that.
And
That is
I
a
also-
responsibility. And
I
it's a
also-
huge responsibility.
hang on.
I don't want to downplay women who agree to do that, right? I don't want to downplay the choice they're making, the sacrifice they're making to continue the human race, to grow the next generation. I think that's incredibly valuable. I love when people agree to do
but bro,
that. I think it's a valuable thing.
we yield our bodies all the time for our kids. I went to work in a factory for 30 years with a sore back and a sore leg, and got up every morning. I yielded my body in the service of my children. Nothing wrong with women yielding their bodies to the service of their unborn child. It's a beautiful thing.
Not necessarily, but being forced to against their will is
It's
where
not forced,
I take
bro.
it.
It's not forced.
It is, though.
See?
It is if there are ways to induce an abortion, which there are, like in hospital, through pills, through there's all sorts of different ways, and they're like throughout. If this process exists and there's people willing to do it.
Gotcha. So Ryan, do you think do you agree? Now, bear with me. Do you agree with the concept of informed consent?
Yes, but
okay, hang on, stop.
No, I know where you're going. I know where you're going. So
where am I going?
You have the informed.
Where am I going?
If you, well, you're going to say that you're consenting to have sex. You're consenting to the possibility of getting
No,
pregnant.
no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay, I apologize. Go ahead.
Okay, we established you agree with the concept of informed consent. Do you think before a woman has an abortion, she should be informed about what is going to happen? What the process is?
Sure.
Cool. Okay, thank you. So they should be shown videos of actual abortions. They should be told
forced to watch them. Wait, that's
no,
not really how informed
forced.
consent works.
No, informed. They should be informed. They should
be offered that. They should be allowed to watch that. Yes, absolutely.
Fair enough.
Yes.
They should be
100%.
offered it. Yes.
Yeah,
So
but
can
the issue
choose-
I would take just real quick in America right now, something that, for a long time now, something that's been happening is that people are actually legislating that people are forced to watch these videos before they get an abortion. I don't agree.
I wouldn't agree with that. But I think offering it. But I bet you, if they tried to introduce legislation that allowed people to be informed, a certain population would resist that.
I think it would be a very small one. I think Planned Parenthood, which, to be fair, like only 1 to 2% of their procedures are abortions. Like most of what they do is even like pregnancy, like actual wanted pregnancy care, as well as contraceptive and a whole bunch of other shit. Like they do provide information about what an abortion is, what an abortion looks like, how like you're allowed to access this information. Like Planned Parenthood themselves, as a I think they're a nonprofit or something, but they do have this information. You can access this through them, and you're not like in some states you're mandated to, but in other states you're not.
No, that's fair. So we have Grace backstage again, but Grace, based off your old man's fucking performance, I'm not sure I can. Fucking like seriously.
Well, but regardless of whether we do, can I let me add the chain of thought I thought you were going down, and I see this is not what you were saying, but like oftentimes people will argue that like, well, if you consent to sex, you're consenting to the possibility that you might get pregnant and have to deliver.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So
yeah.
What I would point out is that if you consent to sex and you're having sex with someone, if you say, "Hey, I don't want to have sex anymore," you are no longer giving that person consent. And if they are continuing to have sex with you, they are actually graping you, right? Like that you've withdrawn consent. Similarly, if I think if you have sex, you are consenting to the possibility of getting pregnant. But I don't agree that you are consenting to that full 9 months of staying pregnant. That forcing someone to stay pregnant against their will.
That's fucking ridiculous, bro.
How? Don't you see the analogy? It's perfectly 1-to-1.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Anyway,
I'm not. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
No, it's good. I just disagree. Okay. The chat is telling me they kind of think Grace is okay. So, bro, but listen, Grace, you bring that fucker back over on screen, and that's it.
Okay, no problem. I had a question for Ryan. I had a point. Okay, so Ryan, you are all about a person's choice, right? You don't like being called pro-abortion. You're pro-choice, correct?
Yes.
Okay, but you think that we should do more, the government should do more to help poor people, correct? Generally speaking?
Yep.
Okay. Where is the government? So in ways like raising wages, providing childcare support, right? Things like that. Welfare, I would assume. Some welfare options. Okay. Where is the funding for the government providing poor people support coming from?
Tax dollars.
Okay. Now, do you have a choice about whether you pay taxes?
No, not really.
Okay. So you are not pro-choice when it comes to taxes. In fact,
Yes, correct.
you are anti-choice when it comes to taxes because you believe taxes should be used to fund things that you stand for, right?
Because I believe that we can't have a society unless we fund that society. I think it doesn't make any sense.
Okay. So you don't think we can have a society unless we fund the society. But you think we can have a society if we kill members of that society. Is that correct? So you are not pro-choice in all ways. You are only pro-choice in certain selective ways that you feel are appropriate, correct?
Yeah, I mean, of course, everybody feels this way, right? Like everybody thinks that people should have some degree of choice, and other ways it should be limited. Like I don't think you should have the choice to be able to come murder me, right? But if I was growing inside of you,
but
that might be a different
generally,
story.
people would say, like, I don't know if you're libertarian, but generally the idea of being pro-choice, you would say so?
No,
Is that-
I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't call
Okay,
myself a
generally the idea of being pro-choice is that the more choices you have, the better. And being forced to do anything is against a human's personal rights to autonomy and freedom, correct? That's the idea, right?
More or less, I think.
Okay, so how can you be pro-choice when it comes to killing your child in your womb, but not pro-choice when it comes to paying taxes, which is objectively a far lesser concern? Money is certainly less of an issue than human life, correct?
Money is less of a concern than human life to some degree. I mean, I think that I obviously, as a leftist, I believe that we should not be putting profit over human lives, but we do live in a neoliberal capitalist society where we often do put profit in front of human lives. So as a matter of fact,
but you as a person would agree that human life is more important than money. Like killing someone for money is not justified.
Sure, and so I've actually regularly, and even just in the past 24 hours, I believe, made this argument that like there are a lot of women who report that they sought out an abortion specifically because of financial reasons. And my argument was the same as it is now. Like, if we can fund programs that would make sure those people are supported, those individuals would choose not to get abortions, and I think that would be a good thing.
Okay. And that may be true, but your logic simply doesn't hold up because you are pro-choice when it comes to human life, but you are anti-choice when it comes to money. But you think human life is more important than money. Explain to me how that makes sense.
Yeah, so I am pro-choice in the sense that I believe that if somebody is yielding their body to, they're growing somebody inside of them, I think they should have the choice to do that or not. That's why I'm pro-choice. It has nothing to do with taxes. It has something to do with the fact that there's a person growing inside of them. That's where the pro-choice comes in. I want people to have the choice.
No, but
whether or not they want to grow somebody inside of them.
euphemizing what we're talking about here.
Not at all. No, it's very obvious. In fact, I'm actually yielding a lot more ground than the average pro-choice person would. Uh-oh.
You're gonna get kicked off, but okay.
I'll just stay over here.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Ben thinks you're doing a bad job. He thinks you need coaching. You guys see this? Grace is doing just fine getting wrecked by herself. Thank you, Provo, for the $4.99 and the 99-cent super sticker. I appreciate both of those things. You're the man. Support the stream, support the dream. And shout out Kieran for hosting.
Okay, I got the point wrong. Let me try to clarify it.
Oof.
Let me try to clarify it. Yes, Ryan. I'm a woman. I am coached. I appreciate it. I'm learning. Now, let me clarify it.
Hey, look,
Wait,
I don't
can
think
you shut the
I don't
door?
think the
'Cause,
fact that you're a
there's a
woman
little
is the
bit of an
problem,
echo.
Grace. But
That's okay. Now, let me clarify it. So you are anti-choice in the sense that our taxes should pay for illegal immigrants' children's daycare services. Correct?
I believe in funding social programs, that especially those that are allocated by Congress, because I believe in the Constitution.
Do you believe that those social programs should apply to illegal immigrants?
Some of them I believe do, and I think that's fine.
Okay. And those illegal immigrants, daycare, childcare, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, these are kids. If you're pro-life, I would assume you care about those illegal immigrants' kids as well.
Okay, so you are anti-choice when it comes to paying for illegal immigrants' children's daycare.
When you say anti-choice there, I'm not anti people voting for. I think I wish people wouldn't vote for Republicans who would take away that healthcare.
You're not answering my question.
I am. I'm not against people having the choice to vote for politicians, but I'm in favor of those programs as they exist. Like I would vote for them, and I support people who would vote for them. I support the way our government functions. I think you're
so
kind of,
you are anti-choice, correct? Because taxes are not a choice. You have to pay taxes. You are anti-choice when it comes to paying for illegal immigrants' children's daycare services.
But I'm not, because what I'm saying is that you actually do have a choice in who you vote for and what policies you have some say in that. So I'm not actually anti-choice. In that.
I'm asking you.
Yeah.
You
and I'm telling you that I'm not anti-choice. I believe in the choices that people can make in terms of our representatives.
You're saying everyone can vote, and I would just vote for this. I'm asking specifically, you would vote for that people do not have a choice, meaning they have to pay taxes that would go to supporting the daycare funds of illegal immigrants' children. Correct?
Yes, but
you personally would support that.
Hang on. People also have the choice to make so little money they don't have to pay into the tax system, right?
That's all you have to answer. You said yes.
Yeah, but I also said that people have an out to that. I support tax dollars going to programs that people might disagree with. Yes.
You support.
Also, thank you, Provo, for the $9.99.
Okay, so you don't think people, you personally, I understand that other people may disagree with you. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking about you. You think that people generally, and you would vote for our tax dollars, which we don't have a choice in paying, going to illegal immigrants' daycare services for their children. On the other hand,
yes,
you support American women, their choice to murder their own children. Why don't you think
While they're growing
that
inside
at least
them,
at the
yes.
very least, if you're so pro-choice, that taxpayers should have a choice about whether their money goes to funding illegal immigrants' daycare services for their children?
So two things. Number one, I'm not pro-choice in every context. Like I said, I don't believe in your choice to attack me and kill me, for example. And number two, people do have a choice to elect representatives who will push different laws, so they do have a voice in where their tax dollars go. That's how our country works.
But why would you vote for people to not have a choice about whether you don't?
Because that's where I want tax dollars to go. I have a voice. I have a voice just like other people.
You personally do not think people should have a choice, that everyone's tax dollars to some percentage should go towards paying for illegal immigrants' children's daycare. You personally think that, correct? If you could push a button, you would say that's true for everyone, right?
I would want everyone to support those tax dollars going to this program, yes.
No, you would want not everyone to support everyone's tax dollars to go.
I would not do it against. I would not do it if people were voting in representatives who would push against that. I wouldn't.
But if you could push a button, you would make it so that some percentage of the tax dollars.
Why can't you agree? Why can't you make the same point that you're trying to get at? When I agree that like I would push the button to make everyone want that, like.
Okay, fine. So I don't understand why you won't just say I would.
Well, I'll tell you
if I
why.
could
Because
push
what
a
I'm
button-
pointing to is that I'm not anti-choice in that matter. I'm pro people having the choice and people having their voice and expressing their voice. What I
That's
am against,
not
what I'm also
true.
pro-choice in is whether or not they grow a child inside of them. That's a very particular
That's
scenario.
not
I'm
true.
not pro every choice that
You
anyone could ever make.
personally-
you're being. This is a cartoon. Like Grace,
You
you're not engaging with
personally
what I'm saying at all.
support. You personally support. I don't see how you can't see the irony of this. You personally support people's tax dollars, which are extracted from them unconsensually, going to programs that they do not consent for those tax dollars to go to. You support that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you support people's unconsensually extracted money going to programs for illegal immigrants' children that they do not consent to their tax dollars being used for.
Correct.
Okay. And you don't see any problem with that logic.
Not really.
Okay.
Are you going to point out the flaw in the logic? Or are you just going
The
to laugh
flaw
about
in
it?
the logic is that that is anti-choice. You don't believe in
Yeah, and like I said,
pro-choice.
I don't believe that every single choice is a one that should be on the table. So it's not a contradiction, right?
Okay, kids. Okay, hang on, kids. You've had a chance to go back and forth. Teriak has joined the panel. Let's give
Hello.
Teriak. Hey, brother, how you going? Share your thoughts. Share your thoughts, man.
Yeah, so first of all, I think Grace is wasting her time because Ryan ain't got no morals, so he ain't going to accept any moral arguments.
Actually,
Secondly,
not true. That's actually not true, Teriak. He says that he thinks a life begins at conception and that he personally thinks it would be morally wrong and that abortion is a wrong act, but he supports women's choice to do it anyways. So it's not completely not hopeful.
all intelligent
Sort
people
of right.
realize that
I'll
morals are a
accept that,
thing,
more or
etc.,
less.
etc., etc. But Ryan himself is the one that's like, oh no, morals are relative, all this kind of bollocks. So he can just like dismiss
Yeah, but
any
that doesn't
moral
mean I don't
argument,
believe
like-
in morals. It just means
Yeah,
that
but if
main
you get
flaw-
rid of that
the-
part, he
the
does
main-
believe that it's
yeah.
morally wrong, personally.
Yeah, so the main flaw with Ryan's argument is like, my body, my choice. Okay, Ryan, should a 14-year-old girl be able to choose to have sex?
No, we should protect them from people
Exactly. So so this whole my body, my choice, that's just a load of bollocks. That's just all this like happy talk that people like to do.
Wait, Teriak, you realize you're doing the same thing Grace has been doing, where you're trying to pretend that I believe that every choice is a valid
No,
one?
that you're full of shit.
Okay, so do you think that I believe that every choice should be a valid one?
No, I believe that you take on the mantle of
So
my body, my
there are
choice. The government
conditions.
shouldn't
There are-
tell me what
you-
to do.
you
But
acknowledge that I have
then
conditions
there
on
are
what choices I
plenty
think are valid
scenarios
ones,
where
yes.
you will even acknowledge, no, there
Can you
should
answer
not
the
be a
question
choice
before
there.
you move on to whatever other bullshit? Can you answer the question? Do you understand that I have conditions on whether or not I think certain choices should be valid ones?
Yes, and we pointed them out. No,
Okay,
we
so-
pointed
so
them
the
out. We
condition
pointed
that I'm
them
making
out.
in this
We
case-
pointed them
the condition I'm
out
making in this case
that
is that in
you
one case,
are
there is
selective
somebody
when you
growing
want the
inside
woman
of
to be able to make a
somebody-
choice and when you don't want the woman to be able to make a choice. You hide behind these slogans and act like you're a moral agent
hiding behind
when you
shit.
don't even believe in morality, Ryan. You ain't got
believe
no
in
morality, Ryan.
Okay. So anyway, I do believe in
Okay, wait.
morality.
I have a few stupid arguments. Okay, my body, my choice. Okay, so
You've
should
given
suicide?
a lot of stupid
should
arguments,
should,
but now you're
should
gonna give more.
legal euthanasia be okay? Are you on board with legal euthanasia? Euthanasia.
In some
sorry.
cases, yeah, probably, yeah.
Okay, are you on board with
Deep.
the legalization of all drugs? Because it's your body, your choice.
Legalization? I don't think so. Not just off the.
But it's
I don't
my
think
body.
so.
Why can't I choose to put whatever I want in
Yeah,
there?
even I'd be for that, Ryan. You fucking conservative.
Yeah, I know you're going to be debating JS on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why not? It's my body. I can choose to put whatever I want into it. Why
Yeah,
not?
Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we should protect people in some cases. Yeah.
Why?
Oh,
It's
so-
my
like-
body.
Protect people from their own choices.
But shouldn't we protect people that are
Wait,
in the
so
room?
it's not always my body, my choice. Then.
Yeah, which is what I've been saying for the past 30 minutes, guys. Like, what are you talking about?
30 minutes.
Okay,
I've only
so
been
when it
here
affects
5.
my body.
Okay,
can
well,
you
that's
name,
what Grace has been.
Can you name
Grace has
any
been
other,
arguing with me
can you
about
name any
me
other
being
scenario?
pro-choice universally.
Can you name
but
any
I'm not.
other
I don't believe
scenario?
in every choice. I don't believe every choice is a valid one that we should allow.
Can you name any other scenario where it's my body, but you would limit my choice, and not where I'm hurting another
almost
person?
any
It's just-
crime. Almost
just
any crime.
No. My body, not involving someone else. My body. Can you name something else where you would limit my choice? Not
Wait, just your
not
body?
including someone else. The crimes include other people.
Trespassing.
Yeah. That includes other
Do you
people.
know that not a single person, not a single person here understood any of that because you talk over each other? What the fuck are you doing?
I mean, I've been muting a lot. I've been letting her spur, you know.
I don't think we've been talking over each other too much. It's a back and forth.
Yeah, but I haven't talked to her.
That was not, if you think that was a back and forth.
Ryan, can you name any other situation? Let's say I'm in my room. So you say, I can kill an infant in my body. I can kill myself, my own body, but I can't put any drug I want into my body.
Oh, well,
Okay, can
actually,
you name
I
another-
don't. Hang on. You said euthanasia. I said in some cases. I don't think if you're like alone in your room and you were like planning on trying to off yourself, I think someone should try to stop you.
Do you think I should be allowed to? Not that somebody should try to stop me. Is it my body, my choice? If I want to stop living, it's
No,
my
I
choice.
think someone should stop you because I don't think you should be
Why?
allowed to.
Why? You said my body, my choice. How does that not apply to suicide? I don't understand.
So I
No, a mother can kill her child, but a mother's not allowed to kill herself. That's what Ryan's saying.
Yes, unironically, yes.
Well, how does that make any sense?
One of them is yielding consent to somebody
actual
growing
fuck?
inside of you, and the other one is usually an impulsive decision.
I
that
told
people
you,
make at a
Karen.
time of
They ain't got no
extreme emotion.
morals.
Okay,
They don't even understand logic.
Abortion is not usually an impulsive decision made based on extreme emotions. Yes, it is.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I think people.
My
think through
boyfriend
that
just left
quite a
me.
bit.
I'm getting an abortion. That's not a common thing.
So
don't think
Ryan, your motto is my body, my choice, except when it comes to drugs, suicide,
a bunch of other things like again,
and a bunch of
trespassing,
other
crime,
things. Okay,
a
so
bunch of crimes.
Okay,
no,
so we've
crimes
so
involve
we-
other people. I'm talking
hang
about
on,
just
Grace.
your body.
Hang on, Grace. So you have successfully helped us to realise that Ryan's a fucking feminist.
Well,
He's a
obviously.
feminist. He's a
But
feminist.
not really. He doesn't support women doing whatever they want with their body, just only abortion, not anything else with their body. Not drugs, not suicide, not self-harm, I would assume.
It's because he hasn't rationalized these points out himself. He's just literally copy and pasted what the Democrat Party tells him to do.
That's it. Yeah, that's what's
But
up.
Ryan,
Yeah.
how does that make sense? If
Okay,
it's
well,
my
that's
body,
not
my
true,
choice, shouldn't that apply to everything that I can do to my body within this bedroom that doesn't affect anybody else?
For the most part.
Okay, but not killing myself, not hurting myself, and not putting whatever drugs I so choose into my own body.
Yeah, I'd say those are probably like the exceptions. But
Well,
most
why?
drugs, I'm
Why
not-
are
I'm
those
not-
the
I'm okay with.
exceptions? Why?
Because I believe that we have some. I
Yeah,
believe
so
in,
Ryan-
so hang on. I have
I'll
a
leave
higher.
you
I have a
alone.
higher. I do have a higher. Like I said earlier, I have moral value for the child growing inside someone. Right? Do you acknowledge I said that?
No.
Yes,
I
you
don't
did
believe
say that.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, I
No, I
believe
do.
he do. He just has this ridiculous concept of choice that doesn't. It's not logical, but
No,
I
Grace.
believe he
What
does
happened
think it's a
here?
baby,
What happened here,
it's a
Grace?
life.
Grace, what happened here is you were doing your thing. It's like, why do you believe that? And he's not able to explain why. And
I
then he's
agree,
just saying,
he's
well,
not
I have
able to answer
morality.
that
Now all of a sudden he believes in morality.
Answer that question, Ryan.
I've always believed in morality.
Answer
I
that
think we have
question.
Your
It's
idea of
my
morality.
body.
We just have different ideas. of
Why
morality,
can't
which
I
is
put
fine.
whatever drugs I want into my body? It's my choice. Why not? According to you.
For the most part, I'm okay with it. But I mean, there are drugs that like would put your life at risk, and I don't want that to happen.
Why can't I put my
What is
life
it?
at risk? It's my body. It's my life.
What about putting the unborn baby's life at risk?
Wait,
Is
let's
that
not
okay?
distract. Just get him on
No,
this point.
Okay, fair enough.
I value that. I value the right of the woman to decide whether or not to grow that child more than I value the right of that child to.
Utilitarian.
No,
Utilitarian.
stop getting onto the child.
sure.
I'm alone in
You
my
can call
room.
it that. I don't know if I believe
I'm-
in utils. and shit,
Ryan,
but-
you're deflecting. I'm alone in my room. I choose to put whatever drug I want, fentanyl, into my body. Why do you believe that should not be? I should not be allowed to make that choice.
I don't believe that people should necessarily have the right to self-harm.
But why not? It's my body. I can harm it if I want to. It's my choice.
I mean, yeah, but I think we should try to protect people from doing those things that they are
why?
going to regret. Like,
Why? It's
immediately,
my
you know?
choice. I don't care if you think I should all regret it. It's my choice. It's my body.
Well, I mean, you can do it then. I
Okay,
just
so
want the
your
safest
logic
option.
falls apart.
He
Just like
has
you want
no
the
logic.
safest
He
option
has
for
no
me. It's
argument,
not-
Grace.
it's-
This is what I'm
So
trying
you
to tell
don't
you.
have an argument. So you arbitrarily think that you shouldn't be allowed to put whatever drugs you want into your own body, but you don't actually have any basis for that.
Yeah, because he has
I
not
don't
thought
think I
through
don't think I
the
don't have
problems
a basis
himself. He
for
just
it.
copies and pastes. He's a
But I
script
just
boy.
kept asking you why,
Yeah, I
and
don't think
eventually you
so.
said, "I guess you actually should be able to put whatever drug you want inside of your own body."
I mean, you can make that argument.
But you just made that argument. You just said, "Okay, fine. I guess you can put it in your body."
Yeah, but I think people should try to stop, like, save you if you have put too much of it in your body, right?
No. But that's not what this is about. This is about the actual choice in the beginning to put it into my body, not whether I overdose and some people come in and try to save my
Yeah, I
life.
would want someone to try to stop you if you're going to overdose. If you're about to do something that would make you overdose, I think someone should try to stop you.
No, we're not even talking about overdosing. I want to take fentanyl. You say I should not be allowed that choice. Why? It's my body, my choice.
Well, because you're putting your life at risk.
Not necessarily. But even if I was, it wouldn't matter, but not necessarily. Why
Well, it does
can't I
matter.
do fentanyl?
I think it does matter. I value your life.
Why can't I do fentanyl? I don't value my life, and I don't care whether you value
That's
my
fine.
life. It's
Yeah,
my
that's
life,
okay.
my
I
body,
don't care.
my choice.
I don't need you to value your life
It's
for me
my
to value
life,
your life.
my body, my choice.
Just how you don't have to care if you don't have to care.
Yeah,
if
he
anyone
doesn't
values
care
life
what your
yourself,
choice is.
You still advocate for that, right? Similarly.
Okay, he just said, Grace, you don't need to value your life for me to value your life. Correct? That's what you just said?
Yes.
Okay.
Just like
so
how you don't.
how
Yes.
the
Exactly.
fuck
Just like
does
abortion.
that not apply to an unborn child? The woman
It
doesn't
does.
have to care about
It
that
literally
baby's
does. You
life.
are allowed to value that.
baby's life.
You are allowed to value that more than your
Got
choice.
him.
Yes, I agree.
To the unborn
I agree.
child.
You have the right to value that. We agree. I just don't value that. I don't value it in
have
the
the
same
right
way.
to
you do.
limit my choices because you care about my life, even though I don't care about my life. I have the right to limit another woman's choices, even if she doesn't care about her baby's life, because I care about her baby's life.
You have the right to vote for things
Your
that will try to do
logic
that.
is
Yes.
pro-life. You just
No, it's not.
advocated
We,
for
we, we,
life
we are
above
agreeing.
choice,
My
Ryan.
logic is
You
pro
are
rule of law.
Say it loud. Say it proud, Grace.
We're saying what you're arguing. What we're arguing is that we both believe in
above
laws.
choice. That's what
We
you
both
just
believe in laws, is what we just concluded. By the way, that's all that happened.
You just
Hey, you're
advocated
pro-life,
for
Ryan.
life
You're
above
pro-life.
choice. Just admit
Okay,
you're
well, clearly not.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
You're pro-life.
Okay, well, you can gaslight and pretend that I am, but I know what just happened. What I accepted is that I believe in the rule of
You
law, and
have
you're
no
allowed
clue
to
what
have
happened,
different
Ryan.
values.
That's why you copy and paste your opinions of others.
Because we have different values. That's what I'm telling
Tell
you.
me, okay, hold on a second. Just tell me where this doesn't apply. I want to make a choice that harms my life. You say my choice should be blocked because you care about my life more than I do. So far, we're right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
A woman
and
wants to-
wait. Before you move on, I want to say, so therefore, I'm going to vote for policies that would prevent you from doing that. Yes, you agree?
Okay, but we're not talking about voting. We're just talking about.
Of course we are. Of course we are. We are talking about the
no,
laws.
I
We're
already
talking
started
about
this-
laws.
No, we're not. That's a deflection by pro-choice people. I do not think that
No.
laws should be arbitrarily changed when the mass populace of the society does not back them.
Okay,
I'm
that's
not in
moronic.
favor
Like,
of that.
that's literally like how laws work. Like,
No. The pro-life movement trying to gain power when the majority of people want abortion is stupid. I don't back that. I don't think laws is what we're talking about here. That's a separate issue. That's a prudential political issue. We're talking about the
okay,
strict
well, I'm talking
morality.
about politics then. Yeah,
We're talking about
like,
the strict
we don't have the same
morality.
basis of morality, so we don't agree on that, right? Like, what we're pointing out is that we have different ideas of what moral standards. Like, we have different moral standards. Is what we're pointing out.
Look, if I think that people should not be allowed to take methadone at methadone clinics, that doesn't mean it's instantly going to be put into law. We can talk about it separate from law and just discuss
Yes.
it, the morality of the situation, right? So
Yes,
that's
and
what
fine.
we're doing.
That's
right
what
here.
it's what we also just went through that.
I'm not talking about the legality.
I understand.
Of it.
I understand. What we just went through is that we have different moral values. I believe that it's morally consistent to have the value where I believe that people should be stopped from using like dangerous drugs, and that they should have the right to seek an
Morally
abortion
consistent.
if they want. I believe that.
Okay, but that's
Do you know what
inconsistent.
consistent
And you
means?
disagree, and that's fine. We can have those different moral values.
It's not
No,
disagreement.
because
it's
Ryan,
inconsistency.
Hang on, kids. Hang on.
like
Hang
no,
on,
you
kids.
either
Hang on.
value.
Hang on. So Ryan, how can you, as a man, be talking to Grace as a woman about women's rights?
I mean, she's arguing to take away the rights of women.
You just argued to take away my rights. You just argued
Yep.
to take away my rights as a woman.
And men's rights. I'm arguing consistently across the board.
Okay, so
You're not arguing consistently because in some situations you're pro-life, in some situations you're pro-choice. You're not being consistent.
Wait, I am consistent. It's just not consistent.
No, you're
to
not
your
consistent.
you're
Yes, it is
pro-choice and
consistent.
anti-choice when it comes to life.
Yes, but I've always said this. I've always said there are situations where I don't believe in choices. Yes, I've said this from the beginning.
You're pro-life when it comes to people using drugs. You're anti-life when it comes to abortions. It's inconsistent, Ryan. It is inconsistent.
It's not though.
It
you haven't
is.
displayed any inconsistency.
It is, because if you really valued choice above life, you would say to me,
I don't value all choices
No,
above.
let me
I
finish.
don't value
Okay.
choices in the way that you're describing.
if you valued choice above life the way that you do with abortion,
But
then
stop
you-
saying
then
if. Stop
the
saying if and then something that I don't believe in.
Okay,
Stop
so-
trying to
so
use
Ryan-
an argument that I
consistent
haven't
logic of
conceded
that
to.
would be that
Like
you
you're still
say,
you're running. Grace, do you understand you're running on an
choose
argument
to
I haven't
put
agreed to?
Whatever drugs you want inside your body, and if it kills you, it kills you. That's your body, your choice. The
Yeah,
fact that
so-
you don't say that is
But I don't agree with
purely
that.
inconsistent.
Yeah,
It's purely
so Ryan-
inconsistent.
Ryan,
not inconsistent.
if a mother's already decided to abort her kid, let's say she's going to have an abortion next month, right? Should she be allowed to take meth?
I don't think people should be allowed to take meth anyway. So no.
There's the
Now-
inconsistency. It's their body, their choice, except when it comes to drugs. But not
what
when it
about
comes to
alcohol?
abortion.
Should she be able to like go out and drink?
Yeah, I believe people should have the right to drink. Yeah.
I see.
So
I understand why Ryan
even
has
though
been
she's a
running away.
pregnant woman, yeah.
somewhere.
I understand why Ryan has been running from me because I
you seen
crush
my
him in these
fiancé?
debates.
He's upstairs.
I appreciate it, guys.
I mean, that's what you think happened. That's
Tell my
fine.
fiancé
I
I'm
don't think you
looking
made
for
a
him.
single
Thanks
point.
for having me
Like,
on.
I have
See you
lost
guys.
my fiancé,
Bye, Grace.
the poor baby.
Maybe the dingo ate your baby.
Dingo ate my baby.
The dingo ate your baby.
Any other
Okay,
questions?
kids. Yeah, calm down. Everyone just calm down.
I feel like I was pretty calm. I was getting screamed at a lot, but I feel like I've been pretty calm.
You're getting screamed at because you're being a fucking retard, which is fair.
That's
Can
what
you
we
walk me
call
through
him, Ryan,
that?
the
How do you-
retard.
what's so retarded about what I said?
Oh, bro, you're
Your
inconsistent.
inconsistency.
Yeah,
What is
inconsistent.
the inconsistency?
My body, my choice. That's your inconsistency.
But I don't believe in choice in every single scenario, as I said for the past hour. So that's not.
Well, that's
Yeah,
not
but
choice.
the
Not choice,
whole
bro.
dynamic here that you've kind of laid out is that it's like, oh, like a woman should be able to abort her kid no matter what because it's her body, her choice, but she's not allowed to abort herself.
Yes,
That's inconsistent.
I don't think it is.
Whatever you think.
I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't let a pregnant
It's,
woman.
it's inconsistent whether you think so or not, Ryan.
Okay. Well, I don't see the inconsistency.
Oh, holy shit, bro! You're killing me. You're killing me.
I mean, like, can someone explain the? I just don't. I don't see it. Can you walk me through it?
No, I think. I
no,
think-
Ryan, it's okay.
Yeah.
You
Okay, I think-
believe
I
what
think
you
you're
want to
just- I think
believe,
you're just
sir.
coping, to be honest.
You,
I think you're
you
pretending there's
believe
an
what you want to
inconsistency
believe, sir.
because you want to like feel like you like won this, but
Yeah,
I haven't
because a
seen
mother
it.
can end
There's
the
nothing
life for a child, but she can't end her own life according to your logic. That's
Yes,
inconsistent.
correct. Yes, because she's growing.
Yes,
that
it's
child
inconsistent.
yeah.
Correct. There's the inconsistency.
Okay, how is that inconsistent? You just described what I disagree
Because
about,
you
or
have
what we
no
disagree
respect for the human life inside her womb, but you have like
But that's
the
not true. I do
utmost
have respect
respect
for
for
that
her.
life. I just have
no,
more
you
respect
don't
for
have.
her autonomy
No, you
regarding
don't
that.
have respect for her life. And like I said, to show the inconsistency where it's like it's okay to kill the baby, but it's not okay to kill the mother. That's inconsistent.
Yeah. So Ryan,
not though.
what if the What if the
you
baby...
just keep hang on. He just keeps
It's
saying
not though. You seem there with the thing. It's not though. It's not. Stop proving me wrong, guys.
Fucking stop.
I mean,
Okay, wrong. Ryan,
again,
what
like
if-
you're just asserting that's
what
what's
if-
happening, but it's
what
clearly
if
not.
the,
I don't know what to tell you.
What if the baby who was aborted was a girl? Does that girl have rights?
What?
The baby that
He's
was
too
aborted
retarded, bro.
was a girl. Does that girl
Does
have
that
rights?
matter? Why does that
The
matter?
girl in What does it matter, bro? That's the whole point. What if
The
the
condition
girl?
that I hinge my position on is it's
What does
going
that matter?
inside of somebody.
Why would the child's life matter, Kieran?
No, why would the child's gender matter is what I just asked. Actually, Terry, if you can keep up.
Because you're a simp.
Okay. So your
Yeah.
argument is I'm inconsistent because I'm a simp.
Yes, you've bought into the whole.
But you haven't actually explained the
no.
inconsistency.
Your
You're
argument's
asserting-
inconsistent because
you're
you just
asserting
read
there's an
scripts.
inconsistency
You
because
just
we
read
disagree
whatever the
on
Democratic
all that.
Party wants you to say, and then that's what you regurgitate. You're not able to explain why you have these positions or these
Wait,
contradictions.
why can't I just
You-
value
bro, we
the
just
right of
bro, we
somebody
just sat
to
we
not
just
grow a
sat
baby
we just
inside
sat
them?
through an hour of it. We just sat through an hour of you and Grace. You not explaining why you have the position. You just think I think they should be allowed.
I think it's bad. I think it's bad to force someone to carry a pregnancy against
But
their
you,
will.
you don't have no concept of what bad is.
I do. I think I
No, you
think
don't.
that,
You're
like,
more
some concept
relativist.
of harm and some people have different
Yeah,
ideas.
is
of, like,
cutting off your
how
own
the
penis
morality is
harm? It's,
grounded,
one sec. Is cutting off your own penis harm?
For most people, yeah.
Yeah. So this whole trans thing is a harmful movement, correct?
Well, I said most people. So
There we go. See what I'm saying? It's always that. Well, most people, but then in these situations, the Democratic Party tells me it's okay. Then it's okay.
So what we've concluded is
Yeah.
that I believe women should have the right
You
to
said harm,
abort babies, and that I
and then
believe
you
it's
said,
trans
yeah, in the majority of cases, cutting off your own penis is harm. But then you more than willing to parade this whole pride thing and say, yeah, cutting off your own penis is great.
Hang on, Teriak. So Coda, do you think that a female in the womb has rights?
I think anybody in the womb has rights, especially if their parent is going to keep them.
Except the right to
What?
life.
What? So,
if the mom is planning on carrying to term, then they both have rights. Yeah, of course.
And if she's not,
well, then their right is going to be overridden by her right to not grow it. inside them.
You fucking spastic.
How is it?
How is it inconsistent, guys?
For, like years. Like I don't know. What to tell you.
Inconsistent.
It's so simple.
Oh my god!
Like laughing at it doesn't you're not
Yeah.
making a point when you just laugh at like.
No, we're laughing at you.
Yeah.
No, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But like my position is shared by like most of the country. Most of America.
Yeah, there's a lot of retards out there.
There was a great time. There was a great time in American history when everybody agreed with slavery. So fucking what, bro?
No, they didn't. It's definitely not the
It's an
slave.
argument from. It's an argument from majority, bro. It doesn't mean
And
anything.
you guys are literally
Ad
arguing
populum.
to basically do
Ad
slavery
populum.
for pregnant women.
It's an ad populum fallacy, Ryan. Look it up.
Ad populum. There was a time. There was once this time in.
No, because I don't lean my
Shut
position
up,
on whether or
bro.
not the majority
There was
agree with me.
once
Because a lot,
there was
even if the
once-
majority disagreed, I
Then
would.
why did you say the majority of people agree with you then, Ryan?
Because you guys are acting like it's absurd. You're
because
acting
you
like you're
guys-
laughing at it like it's absurd,
Yeah.
but like so many people believe
It
it.
is
So,
absurd. You are
like,
retarded.
okay, that's fine. You think that.
Ryan, there was this one time in 1939 Germany when everybody agreed on the same fucking thing.
No, they didn't. No, they fucking didn't. That's why there was a fucking world war, dog. Not everyone agreed on that.
Majority of Germans chose to go to war. That was the right thing to do, right, Ryan?
I don't think the majority of Germans.
Ah, okay. I don't think the majority, or I don't
Maybe they
believe
did.
those
I don't know enough
statistics.
about the specifics of that. But.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys have any other questions for me? Or just gonna laugh at my extremely normal position?
Yeah, we're gonna laugh at
Extremely
you.
normal.
You're gonna laugh at you, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Teriak, I've got to wrap
Yes,
up
sir.
pretty soon. I've got to wrap
Okay.
up pretty soon, so I need somewhere for these motherfuckers to go. Do you feel like doing a stream?
No, but I really appreciate the offer. But I think Sarah's still live, and Flo's live, and JS is live on my side.
I'm also live. If any of your viewers want to come fight about this topic, if they want to come laugh
Okay,
at my
I'll
allegedly
leave
insane
it.
position,
I'll leave it to my mods. My mods can post a link to somewhere that you guys can go and hang out. It's up to.
Well, thanks for having me, Kieran. Thanks for giving me the
th-
opportunity to finally have that abortion debate with Grace and blow her back out as I have before. So take care.
Bro,
guys.
shut the fuck up, you retard. Seriously, he left. He left.
Mm-hmm. Rage quit as always.
Mm-hmm. So if one of the mods could post a link to what did he say, JS or Sarah? I heard JS and Sarah.
Yep.
We'll do either of those. I reckon they're pretty cool. Because I've got to get the fuck out. Charles Darwin, good on you. What's okay? Whose link is that? Whose link is that? Shazzy, you too, ma'am. You too.
Yeah, I think it's like that's some like Asian history fucking video that's like 4.5 hours long.
What? Charles did that?
Yep.
No, fuck Giles. Oh, Dan Carlin. No, Dan Carlin's a fucking commie. Fuck that guy. He was slick and funny in the fucking 60s. Like he was he was subversive, but ultimately a fucking commie. Shazzy Bear said, don't hit the link.
But yeah, I posted JS's link in the back chat. But yeah,
bro.
just one quick question as well. Do you know what an Irish goodbye is, Kim?
Fuck off. It's what these fucking cunts do. Okay. I'm trying to copy the link if I can. God, you fucking cunts left me alone up here doing this shit. Oh, there's JS. Okay. There we go. I got it. Did Teriak post it? Well, I'll do it as well. Go and see JS. Give him a hard time. I'm not men. Fuck off. There we go. JS stream. Flaming Heron, fuck you. Bill Hicks. Bill Hicks. Okay. I'll play an outro song just to wrap things up, give you guys a chance to hit the links and go and give JS a hard time. If you want to, you could tell him I sent you. So here's like I said, I've got 15 songs from my chat telling me how gay I am, but probably Army Not Men nailed it with this one. Good night, blokes and girls. It's been a fun night. I'll catch you all next time.
My buddy Kieran's married to a gal named Kate. She's real cute and she's smart as a whip. But it ain't hard to see the boy's clearly gay. It's a secret that's real easy to slip. The second I saw her, I had to know just what was a guy like him do with a girl like her. Well, he just smiled at me and said, Katie loves me. And I said, I don't see how that's relevant to what I asked you. But he just smiled at me and said, Katie loves me. And I said, okay, I guess we're just changing the subject now, aren't we? And he said, Katie loves me. I said, yeah, that's great, but why aren't you just honest with her? He said, Katie loves me. I said, okay, we're just gonna keep going in circles here, huh? He said, Katie loves me. I said, no, really, what did you do to make her fall in love with you? He said, Katie loves me. I said, why you keep saying that? He said, it's a mystery to me too. Married to a gal named Katie. She's real cute and she's smart as a whip. But it ain't hard to see the boy's clearly gay. It's a secret that's real easy to slip. The second I saw her, I had to know just what was a guy like him doing with a girl like her. Well, he just smiled at me and said, Katie loves me. And I said, I don't see how that's relevant to what I asked you. But he just smiled at me and said, Katie loves me. And I said, okay, I guess we're just changing the subject now, aren't we? He said, Katie loves me. I said, yeah, that's great, but why aren't you just honest with her? He said, Katie loves me. I said, okay, we're just gonna keep going in circles here, huh? He said, Katie loves me. I said, no, really, what did you do to make her fall in love with you? He said, Katie loves me. I said, why do you keep saying that? He said, it's a mystery to me too.